Yo, peace. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? How are you? Rise and shine. Rise and shine. Peace to the gods, the gods, the gods, the gods. Peace to the goddesses, 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 goddesses. Hey. Peace to the gods, the gods, the gods, the gods, the whole. Peace to the goddesses, 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 goddesses. Hey. Oh yeah, oh yeah. How y'all feel out there? Good morning. Repeat after me. I woke up with all power. I woke up with all power. Oh yeah. We're gonna get into this little conversation, you know what I'm saying? And right off the bat, this is for real Indians only, you know what I mean? So if y'all see me smoking, y'all understand that I'm a real Indian. I'm smoking in Indian tobacco, okay? All right. This is how you break into a spiritual session, a medicine man. You got to spark off the energies. They want to pour out some liquor. How they pouring out liquor in Africa? Africans don't drink liquor, man. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all don't understand. They libations ain't right. You gotta put it up to the air for the ancestors up. But y'all can leave. It doesn't matter. I do it for the ones. So shout out to the gods. Shout out to the goddesses. I know how we do. Salute the resistance. Oh yeah. Salute the resistance. The world is filled with pimps and hoes. We'll just talk about those I know. You know what I mean? Let's just talk about the ones I know. That's what I want to talk about today. Talk about the world is filled with pimps and hoes. We'll just talk about those I know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So everybody knows the truth. Who are the Cherokee? Well, the Cherokee, their name is their motherfucking address. Don't believe the hype. Oh, they the honor we need all that. We should know, nigga. The niggas gave them their name. Cherokee. Break it down. Char.Cher. That's really Char. Chair. Like chariot. Okay? Another word for chariot is a cart. Okay, my nigga? So these are cart Aki people. Cart people. Cherokee. Cart Akis. What's up, Aki? Damn, what's up, Aki over there chilling. I gotta holler at Aki. Akis, okay? People. These are Cherokee. Cart people. So they not no Indians or no rivers and no Indians by no lakes or no Indians by no lands. They nomads. They got carts and they move around. Those are the Cherokee, the cart people. Okay. So when you got a cart and you come around, you know what I mean. You are a service to you trying to be helpful to niggas. You got carts. What can you do with these carts? What can you put inside of these carts? They the cart people. So they run around with carts and they trying to make themselves useful. Okay? They the cart people. Again, the world is filled with pimps and hoes. We'll just talk about those I know. Okay? So we're gonna talk about the ones I know. So you got some cart people that don't have land, don't have homes, that have carts though. So they're trying to make themselves useful. So what these niggas do is the French, these French come through with these poison blankets. And it's a real thing. Y'all gotta understand the 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 poison blanket syndrome. How these motherfuckers play the poison blanket syndrome. It's some shit that happened. Like look around today and look at how niggas like free shit. Y'all can't see that niggas like free shit. That some niggas would have got caught up with a free blanket, and they saying that it's the French and the Jesuits, you know what I mean, the Catholics that did it. So you know the French, they shit probably was all fly, embroidery. What is it? Embroidery? What is it? Embroidery? Is it embroidered? Right? Embroidered? Right? Yeah. Can't even say it so fancy. You know what I mean? Probably had gold trimming. They was carrying it out fly ass fucking um blankets, right? Niggas wanted these blankets because they was fly. It was probably, they French. Nigga, imagine niggas giving out Chanel blankets. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers got um some Louis Vuitton, some French shit. You know what I mean? Not that old English shit, not some old cheap shit, some French shit. So yeah, niggas got caught up in the poison blanket shit. So now ain't going fry. A lot of niggas murked because of the blankets, and then the rest of the niggas left. So these cart people started coming through because the French needed some niggas now to get rid of these dead bodies. Who gonna get rid of these dead bodies? So the French start hiring these people with these carts to get rid of these dead bodies, dog. But who are these cart people? Where did they come from? I told y'all in the video. See, y'all know I started a lot of trouble with the shit. I made these niggas. I made the Cherokee put out a whole promotional video talking about who are the Cherokee people. That shit got like 1,000,000 views. Who are the Cherokee people? They never said where they come from. They never said they lineage. They just said they come from North Carolina. Get the fuck out of here. Cherokees don't come from no goddamn North Carolina. Some lying ass niggas. Fuck out of here. They don't even say that in their book. You know what I mean? But these niggas came from the north. These niggas came from the north. And see, that's what I be trying to explain to people. Why they don't say, oh, the Blackfoot didn't call themselves Blackfoot. Da 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 da. No, nigga, they called themselves Blackfoot. When you get out west, when you start going up north and out west, you start having plains Indians. They don't see them motherfuckers can't swim. Certain Indians don't swim. They not known for rivers. They're not known for boats. They known for carts. They known for walking. They nomads walking through the desert and shit, living in caves, dumb shit. Okay, that's how certain amount of these have existed, and they were chasing buffalo, not catching the niggas, just chasing motherfuckers, hoping that the motherfuckers fall off a cliff or some shit, some Stone Age shit, right? So, but it's black people out there though. You got Chippewa, you got Blackfoot, you got, you know what I mean, Ogallala, and all types of, you know, niggas that's out there in the plains, but it's still motherfuckers that's not in boats that's walking around out that motherfucker like the Cherokee. You know what I'm saying? That's walking around out that motherfucker. So the Cherokee, they walked their ass from Mexico. Y'all gotta understand this concept. They know they did. They walked from Mexico, walked all the way around to the north. So they don't got nowhere to live. They running. They running from the out. Now all of a sudden they Algonquin speaking and all this extra shit. But they running from Iroquois. They running from all these other niggas. Um, and they meet the French. The French give them a job as cart people. Y'all got these carts. Let's make some money. Y'all the movers, pimps and hoes. Y'all want to be useful. Oh well, y'all gonna move these dead bodies. Y'all gotta understand, like that's why I'm telling y'all, like what's gonna happen right now, like with this quote unquote depopulation program and shit. It's gonna be a lot of free shit. I mean, I'm not saying that. That's what I'm telling you. Guard your body, protect your mind and shit. Because these motherfuckers have no problem depopulating this motherfucker and removing the dead bodies and living in your shit. Cherokees. These motherfuckers have no problem putting your granny, your grandpa in the back of a fucking cart and then moving in your motherfucking grandma's house. That's Cherokee. Like this, like that's why it's Cherokee counties in Georgia and Cherokee counties in motherfucking Virginia. It's Cherokee. I mean, some niggas that ain't never been nowhere, ain't never did shit. Got counties everywhere because they don't give a fuck. They gonna get up and go. They gonna move and they gonna mingle and they gonna make themselves useful. Like these motherfuckers don't come with no weapons and shit. I talk about that shit. How they was sneaking and catching niggas off the river, but that's all he was doing. But anyway, their initial setup was, yo, clean up these dead motherfucking bodies, clean up these dead Indians and shit. So niggas is dead. They start grabbing their clothes. You understand? These motherfuckers was wearing bags and burlap and shit. Motherfucking um hemp bags, nigga, with like a sack. They rip it. They take that. It's basically a sack, nigga, with arms and arms and a head in a sack. And these motherfuckers were tied and rough. That's what the Cherokees was wearing and shit. You know what I'm saying? They like these niggas is savages and shit. And they had carts though. So these niggas would take the dead Indians that they would encounter. Everybody know the poison pen. Okay, cool. I mean, not the poison pen, but the poison blankets. But what happened to the bodies? What happened to the people? The civilizations? Whoever cleaned up the shit. You see a dead nigga, he ain't wearing them shoes. You know what I mean? You ever see the motherfucker a gunfight? First thing they do when they kill a motherfucker, they go grab, like, the kids come grabbing shoes and shit. You ain't gonna use them shoes. That's what these fucking Cherokee did. They came and took these niggas' dead bodies, took all their clothes, all their beadwork, all their jewelry, took their motherfucking moccasins, and said, we Indians now. We these niggas now. This Cherokee County now. But what they couldn't do was they couldn't say they built the mounds. They had to walk away from the mounds. They never say they built a mound. The motherfucker can't lie and do that. That's a lie. That motherfucker will say it's too high. Even a liar know when they gotta stop. It's a point when a liar says, you know what? That's too much. So these motherfuckers came through. They cleaned up all the dead bodies, put on all these motherfuckers' clothes, put on all their jewelry, all their motherfucking ice, all their motherfucking feathers, and called it macaroni. Put a feather in their head and called it macaroni ass niggas and shit. And then they said they Indians and shit. That's some high science we ain't got nothing to do with. That's some motherfucking some motherfucking cosmology that we not in tune with. So now these niggas got a little land and shit. They done poached a little bit of land. They done dressed up like an Indian. They done did the Yankee Doodle. They done put a feather in their hat and shit. Took off the burlap motherfucking. And now these niggas is moving around trying to make themselves helpful for these French. These are the first motherfucking translators. These are your first motherfucking because they have nothing to do but provide a service. The world is filled, okay, with pimps and hoes, Cherokees and motherfucking hoes. So that's what they do. They move around from city to city following these poison, like, you gotta understand this shit. They not necessarily the niggas with the blanket. They the niggas, so they come behind them. Not until after the French grabbing motherfuckers and snatching niggas from off the side of the motherfucking the joint. So y'all gotta understand two things too, though, right? Like, it's a dynamic, it's a mental dynamic to a motherfucking hoe. You have to understand the dynamic, the mental dynamics to these niggas. They know where they, like a nigga say, you know where your bread is buttered. You know who motherfucking paying your motherfucking bills. You know what I'm saying? The French, the Catholics, the Jesuits. These niggas are making you useful. Okay? It's no loyalty to anybody else around this motherfucker but these French, these Catholics, and these motherfucking Jesuits. That's it. Because they the niggas that said, hey, y'all want a job? You want to be somebody and shit? Come here and clean up these motherfucking bodies. Come here and shovel this shit. And that's what them niggas did. And that's how they be and shit. You start finding little loopholes and shit because you gotta understand too that when we say traders, right? When we talk about these, like, these Indian traders and these motherfucking British traders, these French traders, these fur traders, right? What are these motherfuckers trading in? These niggas is trading in weapons because I mean, how do you catch more fucking beavers with better weaponry, right? Better technology. It makes it easier to catch the beavers and fuck up the whole Mississippi, right? Because Mississippi was floods and shit. So now beavers, keep the shit wet. They're going Beavers are going to create dams and they're going to flood up a lot of neighborhoods. So there you have the Mississippi wetlands. And when you get rid of the beaver population for these beaver hats and all this Daniel Boone shit, all these Boone raccoon hats, now you ain't got no beavers, right? So the French, these niggas, they arms dealers, right? They selling arms, they selling weapons and shit. They not coming down here with 1,000 niggas trying to do nothing. They come in to sell weapons so they could get the shit. So now these these cart people got access to these weapons. They got access to these guns and shit that the regular Indians, the real Indians, don't have, don't need access to these motherfucking guns. But don't get it confused. These motherfuckers, there's no Cherokee wars against Indians. I know that's hard for niggas to believe. Like, there's no Cherokee wars where Cherokees is out here smashing on Indians and shit. Like, there's wars where Cherokees and the British, came together and did a number on the Tuscarora, and the motherfucking, the Cherokees first helped the British out with the Powhatan and shit like that. So we know that, but these niggas don't approach motherfuckers head up, gun to gun. No, they sneak thieves, they body snatchers, they catch you by the river, you know what I'm saying? And they catch you going to church. Y'all gotta understand that. They catch you going to church. Like, one of the games that the French play and that these Catholics play is that they know that the good niggas start coming to church. And when you come to church, they'll kidnap you. You gotta understand too, like, they've been doing this trick for thousands of years on these white boys, kidnapping them and buying them back, ransoming these motherfuckers back, and now you in debt to the church. Your life is to the church. Your children belong to the church because we could have left you there. So since we didn't leave you there, you grateful to us. You're grateful to the Lord, to the Holy Redeemer. You've been redeemed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a debt. Your sins are a debt. Sin and debt equals the same thing, right? So your debt has been repaid, and the church is the niggas that pay this. They pay these debts. So that's how they've been doing niggas. They've been kidnapping niggas and getting you to come to their church, and they'll kidnap you, and then they'll pay a ransom for you, or either they'll sell you into their market. Because again, the church is the biggest slave dealer in the fucking world and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a mental thing. And we already know what that's about. That's created creature shit. We're not dealing with that right now. We're dealing with motherfucking these Cherokees. So Cherokees know how to play along with this church shit. They know how to play along with this religion shit. And you gotta understand, from day one, it's the misogyny. From day one, it's the integration program. From day one. Because you have to understand, why do our parents send us to school? Oh, the government say, if they don't send us to school, they're gonna arrest us. Yeah, maybe. No. Niggas send us to school because they want us to get an education. They want us to be smart. They want us to excel. They want us to get fucking money. They want us to be the shit in this world, right? We assume that's what it is. And that's the same way with these cart people. These motherfuckers, this cart people, they don't have shit. I got these motherfucking kids that they used to eat, because we know that the Cherokee are some of the few motherfuckers in America that eat people. We know that. Do I have to break that down this early in the motherfucking lesson, that the Cherokee are one of the few people in America, you know what I mean, that eat people and shit, ass niggas. So the ambitious Cherokee cart people starts giving their children to these French. Now y'all gotta understand, we live in a motherfucking world now in the 18 after the 1800s. Like, Napoleon kidnapped the Pope and shit, and he changed the whole shit, niggas. Like, so we know the new shit where these priests can't have kids, these priests can't get married, all this extra shit. That's because Napoleon did that shit. But before that, these niggas priests used to bust nuts everywhere they went. That was their job. So your dad might have been a priest. You know what I mean? Like, these foreigners, these niggas, they priest. It wasn't the thing to not have sex and not to get married and all that shit. So these motherfuckers come to America and they fucking freely. They doing all types of crazy shit. Don't believe the hype, nigga. It's some shit called papal princes, where the priests used to have motherfucking kids and shit. Like the popes they kids used to be popes and shit. That's why they had to stop all that shit. Napoleon, kidnapped the nigga, did all types of other shit. It's crazy. So, but these niggas here in America though, this is the 1600s though. These motherfuckers is fucking freely. So now these Cherokees, these fake motherfuckers, is with no land and no technology, are giving their kids and giving their women to these priests, and these priests are not priests now. We got to understand, these aren't just regular priests. These are Jesuit priests. These are warrior priests now. These are motherfuckers. This is the warrior wing of the motherfucking Catholic Church. The warrior wing. You see what I'm saying? So they come out here to create destruction. They trying to fuck up the British Empire and all that old Protestant shit. If y'all believe it, that's what they trying to do. That's why they coming around the back. That's why they fucking with niggas over here. You know what I mean? Even though all this is divide and conquer, don't worry about it. We'll tell you about that later. These is just dumb niggas or dumb Indians, right? Quotes, air quotes. So the French, these Jesuit, these warrior fucking priests, these motherfuckers that come here to kill and destroy, right? And what the niggas say, what the bishops say that we used to play and sit last year, you know what I mean? The devil is enthroned, you know what I mean, on the seat of the church. They trying to put God back on the throne, all this whole shit. So he coming over here, he going to spread his seed and create an army. And this motherfucking army infiltrated all these numbass, these people that we're calling Cherokees. It's not no army. This is a Jesuit infiltration and shit. And I know it's hard for motherfuckers to understand, but this is how this shit start. You take some motherfuckers from nowhere and you put them on. You have these motherfuckers working and you take their kids and you start to brainwash they motherfucking kids. Now we got all that, because again, nobody's talking about the full breeds. They talking about the half breeds, right? The half breeds. What's the thing with the half breed? The half breed got access to education. The half breed got access to the real, what we're really here for. Like, imagine, like, you know what I mean? Knowing why this nigga really came off the boat. He didn't come off the boat for a better life. He came off the boat to take over this bitch. He's not going to say that, but he's acting like that in his motions. Like, I gotta understand, like the witch is the nice mother. The witch is giving you candy. Hey, little boy, you want some candy? Hi. And she's going to eat you. She's going to put you in the bag. Okay. So these motherfuckers come off the boat with the intention to destroy the throne. You see? So yeah, he want to take his kids and he want to be nice to you, have sex with your daughter, and get a high position, so that way he can get the kid and he can tell him, psst, 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 this what we really here for. Don't worry, it's a lot of us sitting on the shore on some fuck shit, waiting for you. We gonna help you be the king, and da da da, and you gonna fuck up the whole shit. What? Yeah, don't worry though, cause you see all this shit. We got money, we got all this extra shit, and you gonna get it. Oh, okay, cool. He don't know no better, your fucking kid. But we don't see that part. We just see he a Cherokee. We see he an Indian because he got half in him. We don't recognize that the other half was a warrior. The other half came here to destroy and to fuck us up. Like, when I be trying to show y'all motherfuckers how this shit is not, there's no separation between the Cherokee nation and the Catholic Church, niggas think I'm crazy. When I show you the symbol of the Cherokee nation is the fucking Baphomet, niggas think I'm fucking crazy. Like everybody else got got some Indian shit. Niggas got bows and arrows. If you go to Choctaw, they got bows and arrows. You go to fucking Chickasaws, they got a canoe, a nigga in the river and shit. These motherfuckers got a upside down Star of David with the Baphomet, the airs and everything. They got Jewish letters in their fucking logo. Why do Indians have Jewish letters in their fucking logo? Because this is the Catholic Church. This is the infiltration. This is the game of these motherfuckers trying to set Christ on the throne. Like I try to tell people and shit. What's fucked up with America is that America is so democratic. Like we can't believe that the shit is really all bad because it's all good. The shit is for everybody and inclusive. So what did these niggas do? They took advantage of that. Okay, cool. Everybody can vote. Everybody can say something. Not everybody, anybody. Cause motherfuckers not even bodies. We know niggas ain't real people. We know motherfuckers ain't even humanoids, right? But it don't matter. They can vote. So if they can fucking vote, guess what we gonna let them do? We gonna let them vote. See, I had to understand, like I'm trying to explain to y'all and shit. Okay, so cool. Now we got the Cherokees. They fucking with the British, with these French niggas. And they start sending these motherfucking kids up. But you got these kids, you have inside of the Cherokee system, you have a hierarchy. You have full bloods, you have half breeds, which they call, these mulattoes, and then you have the traders, okay, which are the foreigners, the people who only are allowed, they have licenses. They've come to the point where you have to get a license to trade with an Indian at this point, right? So in order to to trade with an Indian, you need a license, and a marriage license would do, an adoption license would do, but some form of license. Again, adoption is an American system and shit, okay? So now these foreigners, this is how they interact in their system. Now, these half breeds, they speak the language of the trader and they speak the language of the forebred, right? Of the Indian. Because you have to understand, there is no Cherokee fucking language, y'all. There is no Cherokee language. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. These niggas gonna say it's Algonquin, right? Algonquin. Y'all can go down the community post page, and y'all can see that Algonquin traces back to Appalachian, back to the East Coast. How the fuck these niggas from Mexico, these Chichis, speaking East Coast Muskogee, huh? Because they don't have a language and shit. They adapted. These motherfuckers really had grunts and all types of shit until they started fucking with these French. Y'all have to understand this shit. So, but anyway, the dynamic is set now. The local niggas got to work. They know how to do this shit. They know how to hunt. They know how to fish. They know how to do everything. These mulattoes, they know how to speak to the niggas to get the shit, and they know how to speak to the traders to get the money for the shit they get. These Jesuits, they never learn how to speak the language, so they always dependent on these motherfucking mulattoes to do the motherfucking dirty work because they never learned to do the language. And more importantly, these niggas kept getting yoked. You have to understand that niggas would kill these priests and they would send more. They wouldn't send an army. Like if you know what they did to the priests, like what they call like the Guale. I told y'all the story of the Guale, right? Or the Gullah, and how the Spanish was running Florida. But every time they sent priests, these niggas would kill them. And they never sent the army. They would send more fucking priests. Okay. Oh well, yeah, we know those guys were evil, but we're not like them. We're better. We're gonna be different. Okay, cool. Kill him. Put his head on a fucking post too. Here what they do again? They're gonna send more priests. They're not gonna send an army. So that's what they was doing with these fucking Cherokees and shit. You know what I mean? The niggas would kill them, and they would send more priests. So now your dad is dead. They got some other niggas in. He trying to have kids. This is creating that. This is creating a little fucking hierarchy and a bougie system of bougie Indians between the first half breed. This is like the first half breed bougie system of Indians is in this Cherokee paradigm because these are the traders. These are the traders. Okay, these are the people that got access to the dough. But now they're not happy with that. They're not happy with that because they have, because again, now they see the system of the European now. In the European system and shit, you could own people. You could have land and you could own shit separately. Like again, if I'm a half breed now, right? And my dad has a license to be a trader, and we've been granted land to live here. When he dies, that land is mine. Now everybody else in this Indian motherfucking paradigm don't own land. You have to understand that no Indians own land. This is all communal shit. We all here together. We going to fight and defend this shit to the death of us, like one people. It ain't like, oh yo, they motherfuckers, they just took Bob house. Who the fuck? Oh, poor Bob. No, it ain't no poor Bob around this motherfucker. Bob is me. You done did what to me? Okay, I'm hurt now. Fuck you. Wasn't you, that was Bobby. No, nigga, Bobby is me. That's how Indians thought. But these traders, they ain't Indians. So yeah, we grant these little pieces of land and shit, you can have it. Oh, yes, your son, he got that land too. Fuck him. We don't give a fuck. But this is how they start to grow. Okay, cool. A new priest come in, a new nigga get a new grant of land. New nigga get a new grant of land. New nigga get a new grant of land. This is the dumb shit. Now these niggas is fighting over grants of lands, and we like, hold on, how these motherfuckers get separate lands and shit, and we all up here stuck together. This is how this shit started. I know y'all not understanding this shit, but this is the dynamic. This is the dynamic. This is the world is filled with pimps and motherfucking hoes. They start taking shit that niggas didn't want. Like this is what y'all have to understand. Like to be out here on your own is not how we naturally feel. We're not nomads, my nigga. We don't naturally want to roam the countryside by ourselves and shit. No, we want to get together with niggas as often as fucking possible. Niggas want to sit on a corner. Niggas come sit on the step just to watch the cars go past, just to see the people walk up the street, just to see the neighbors come in. We're not, we are a communal type of fucking people and shit. So when they started that old fucking he get a land grant and he get granted land and he get granted land as traders, these kids start taking advantage of this shit. And this is where the slave aspect comes in. This is where slavery comes in. Before this, there wasn't slavery. This y'all gotta understand. These niggas had some shit that was way different than slavery. Way probably worse than slavery. So let's talk about America before, because I don't want y'all to think I'm gonna tell you the whole story. It's a human side into these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers, they not saying that they totally evil. They just not our fucking friend. They are here to kill us. But you have to understand, okay, on the other side, it's a whole bunch of Indians that's going through this shit called a mourning war right now. While this is going on, like I told y'all, the French just killed so many niggas with these motherfucking with those poison blankets. So during that time of all these dead niggas, the tribes are going so small. So how did they get new tribe members back in the day? They didn't recruit motherfuckers. They didn't put up posters. It wasn't hiring indentured servants. They wasn't buying niggas. No, they went to war and they kidnapped niggas. They called mourning wars because they were mourning the motherfuckers that they had lost. So to replace the niggas that they lost, they went out to motherfucking villages and they kidnapped and fought and took the motherfuckers in those villages. That's what niggas was doing. That's what everybody else was doing and shit at the time and shit. They trying to replenish their motherfucking ranks. So niggas is going out, grabbing motherfuckers and bringing them home. Now, when you get home, this is the difference between European slavery and American Indian kidnapping and body, right? We're gonna keep it like that. Now, when they get you back, they're gonna run you through this shit called the gauntlet. They're gonna whoop your ass. You know, they're gonna run you like, you know, they're gonna jump you in. They're gonna jump you in. That's no other way to put it out. They're gonna jump you in. And if you can survive being jumped in, you fucking family. It ain't no chains, ain't no ropes, ain't no motherfucking um nothing nooses around your neck. No, nigga, you free to go. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. You family, but you down with us. We the winning team. Them niggas is dead. They losers. Fuck them niggas. Don't be with them. You know what I mean? You down with us now. You one of the ones. You just got caught up with the wrong side. But you over here now. That's how these niggas over here was thinking. Okay, and that's what the fuck was going on. They was having a whole morning war situation trying to replenish the ranks over here after these poison blankets then devastated half the population and shit. Probably more than half the population and shit. So now you got these niggas, these Cherokees over here, they start to see this. You have to understand this shit. They start to see these morning wars and how motherfuckers are kidnapping and snatching people and taking people back into their families, right? But these niggas don't have families and they don't have rank. So nobody wants to stay with them after these wars and all this dumb shit. You know what I mean? So they started taking the people that they was catching and started selling the people that they was catching to the British and selling the people that they was catching to the French. That is how it started. Okay. Before that, it was just a morning war. It was just it was a day at the beach for these niggas. They was replenishing the ranks. They was trying to rebuild the tribe. But now all of a sudden, nobody want to stay with these niggas. These motherfuckers ain't even Indians. The fuck? Y'all up here with these motherfucking French motherfuckers and y'all doing some weird shit. Y'all speaking foreign languages and shit. Nobody wants to stay with these niggas, okay? So they had to start selling these motherfucking people to these French and to these other motherfuckers and shit. Now they getting paid. Now this is a business. Now they into the body snatching shit. They the first official body snatchers. They the first official slave catchers in America. Nobody else was catching this shit. It ain't for profit. The Mohicans, they'll kidnap you and put you and make you a chief. It's happened. Motherfucking the niggas, motherfucking the whole that whole what's that the war, that Mohawk war, that's not even that is a morning war. All of that shit with the last Mohawk, the last Mohican and shit, that of course the last Mohican is fucking, what's the nigga named Brad Pitt or some shit. One of them white boys or some shit, Field of Dream ass niggas and shit, right? The last Mohican is a white boy, of course, right? Just like the last Samurai is fucking Tom Cruise and shit. But that whole last Mohican shit is a morning war where niggas was kidnapping motherfuckers trying to replenish their ranks. Nobody was selling anybody to anybody, nigga. Y'all family now. I know we don't understand that concept because a lot of us don't have that warrior mentality where it take one to know one. Where some motherfuckers just ain't bitches. Some niggas just they ain't pussies. They ain't gonna die. I'd rather have you on my side. Yo, man, you the one. Stop playing, nigga. And it's like, I know we bunch of around a bunch of weak motherfuckers. But again, everybody didn't make it. Everybody didn't make it through the gauntlet. If you was weak and you was whack, you would die. They would kill you. A million ways. There's a million ways to kill these niggas. 6 million ways to die. Choose one. They would kill these niggas. But if you would survive, you would be adopted. You be family. You get the name of some niggas. You get the kids of some niggas. You get to fuck with his wife. You know what I mean? Well, he probably, you know what I mean? Indians don't marry, but he was fucking on somebody, and you get the fuck on her. She get the fuck on you. You dig it? Okay? There was a totally different situation. Nobody was for sale here. And I understand, yeah, damn, his whole family dead. They done killed the whole tribe. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm telling you, this is the world that these motherfuckers walked into and how they tried to start freaking it and start selling niggas. But now you gotta understand too. This is how you get emboldened and shit. Peace to the guy. What's up, Monica? Shout out to everybody on Facebook. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. If an African ain't got no fucking, if an African don't have no fucking crops, they don't have no fruits, no vegetables and shit. How do we come to America and build shit? But we already know we did this already. So this is the dynamic that these motherfuckers is into now. Now these motherfuckers are being known for selling people. And see, you gotta understand too. Um, selling people was some shit that motherfuckers never understood. They never. It. You understand? It took motherfuckers like 100 years to even understand the concept that you could sell a nigga. The motherfuckers, these people were selling you and shit. These people, they didn't understand that. Like, like I tell y'all, like, how did the English quote unquote beat the Powhatan, right? You got the like Pocahontas. I told y'all the truth about Pocahontas. I'm the only person that ever brought. I'm the only person that ever brought all of this shit out, right? Of course, I'm not trying to tote no horns, but the truth about Pocahontas is she was kidnapped and she was fucking abducted by these fucking these savages, right? So like any real niggas would do, the motherfuckers, the Powhatan Indians, right, exacted revenge on these niggas, right? Killed them all in multiple fucking locations in one day. Yada yada bing. No worries. They done. So the war that they calling a war that persisted for 10 years was just a bunch of fucking Europeans jumping off of boats, burning crops. They called it was a scorched earth tactic because the Indians, what they do is they plant seeds and they walk away. Beans, corn, and squash. Nobody got to sit there and farm. Farming is some shit that niggas never heard of. Like I be trying to tell you about magic and shit and spells and spelling. But if I give you a recipe in a cookbook, that's a spell. That's magic. That's what a witch is doing. A witch is an old lady cooking a cake. You know what I mean? Like, cause a motherfucker that can't read, that can't follow instructions, that can't spell, can't follow a fucking recipe. It's that simple out this motherfucker. So farming to us is not a real thing. We don't know what the fuck farming is. You plant 3 seeds and these motherfuckers look after each other. Okay? So that's how you first of all that you know that's how the whole idea of slavery makes no fucking sense anyway. Again, the only idea of slavery that could make sense is a house servant, is a motherfucker that you could get around the house, but you don't need a nigga in the field all year. Nobody's in the field all year. That sounds retarded. Like what farm is working 24 hours, I mean 12 months a year? No crops is growing. You only got 2 times of a year that you need full capacity. Like you see it now, you got immigrants and shit, motherfuckers trying to grow oranges and whatever they grow out in California and shit. You got the Mexicans come up and shit. They come up for planting and harvest, and they go to fuck back. They not sitting around here feeding motherfuckers to do nothing. So that slavery shit don't make no sense. Cause what you gonna do in between the 3 months while the shit is growing? I don't need you to watch this shit. Nobody sit here and watches this shit. You know what I mean? So slavery doesn't make sense to people that's paying attention, but they was kidnapping niggas and they was um fucking up tribes and fucking up, people's lands. Now again, we gotta understand the first thing that these niggas did, right? But see, like we gonna see, like, look, this is what we look at. We look at the English and all this shit. And like the English is how they got their start. The English is like that Powhatan shit, that Pocahontas shit. That was cute, and that's, I mean, it's fucked up what happened, but that's big in our history and shit. But this Cherokee shit is already going on by the time these motherfuckers even 16, 19. By the time these motherfuckers is even fucking with that shit, there's still is motherfuckers way down and motherfucking Spanish people way down in Florida and shit. Like this, that old British shit is late. That shit is late to the motherfucking party. This Cherokee shit is going on. Okay? And these niggas is getting a foothold into this game. Into this game. Like I'm telling y'all. So y'all gotta understand. So the biggest and final, again, we all say we from the Mississippi. We from the Mississippi region. Mississippi Indians. So why the fuck we care about the East Coast? You know what I mean? Why the fuck do we give a fuck about some Powhatan Indians and shit? Not to say that we don't, because we do, but just to say that no one wants to tell the story of what the fuck happened to the Indian Empire. If the Powhatan is a part of an empire that traces back to the Mississippi, then what happened to the motherfucking Mississippi? This is what I'm saying. That's what these Cherokees is doing. This is the undermining shit. Okay? So the biggest event that happened that gave these niggas their place is one event. It's the Natchez. It's one event that created the opportunity for some British and fucking for and on the East Coast. Because you have an empire, like this whole country is based upon the Mississippi River. Whoever controls that Mississippi River controls the country. You control the flow of the water, you control the flow of everything. So once we lost that Mississippi River is when we lost control of the motherfucking borders. That's, I mean, you have to understand that. That's why New Orleans is so popping. New Orleans is such a melting pot of everything because it's like the drain. It's where everything comes, it comes down and it settles. You know what I mean? Everything settles here. You get to pick out the best of the shit because it all comes down that Mississippi and shit, right? Again, this whole shit was the waterway. Niggas is on canoes and is dams and rivers everywhere and shit. So everybody on a boat, you know what I mean, flying up and down this joint. So what happened to the Natchez? Again, I love telling this story because it tells us the story of niggas. These is the real niggas. This is how you get niggas. This is how you fuck niggas up. You take niggas' land. So the Natchez has a great empire. They run in the motherfucking Mississippi, the river, all this extra shit. They done laughed at Cortez and laughed at all these motherfucking conquerors that tried to come, these French motherfuckers. Nobody could fuck with them. These niggas start trading with these niggas, start giving these niggas little lands and shit. Start getting addicted to these motherfucking products and shit, and these motherfuckers start raising the prices. Inflation on these niggas. Gas prices $5 a fucking gallon on some shit. But these niggas, they different. They ain't like it. They ain't like it at all. You know what I mean? So what they did was they said we're gonna kill all these niggas and shit, and we're gonna take their shit. This is what the Natchez said. So the Natchez, they gathered up the Choctaw, the Chickasaw. They said, look, we're gonna kill these niggas on this date, June 21st, such and such, right? We're gonna kill all these niggas. But the women, the Indian women, was like, no, y'all can't kill these niggas. Y'all can't kill these traitors. Y'all can't kill these Frenchmen. They the shit. We love these niggas. They the homies. You know? So they started telling these motherfuckers that they was gonna kill them and that they was gonna die, right? So the French is like, hold up. Yo, they came to the Natchez like, yo, they saying that y'all gonna kill us. What's up? What's going on? They like, nah, we ain't gonna kill y'all. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I don't know what they talking about, right? But the ladies is really like, nah, my nigga. Y'all gotta run. These niggas is crazy. These niggas gonna kill y'all. The female Indians is telling the French to leave. And they would not heed the warnings. So what the Natchez did was they pushed up the date. Instead of it being on June 21st, it was on June 11th and shit, right? So now June 11th, these motherfuckers come in and they kill everybody, right? So now they kill everybody, kill all the French, take all of those bourbon, all that champagne, all that liquor, and they go up in the mountains and they go party. They go party for like a week. They get blasted, shitty, crazy, wasted, right? They get white boy wasted. Now while they up there, the Choctaw, Chickasaw, it's kind of like, yo, what happened to us? What about your friends? How y'all gonna do this to us? So the French go complain to them like, yo, look what just happened to our folks. These niggas just robbed us. They just killed us. If y'all help us get our shit back, we gonna fuck with y'all. They like, yeah, fuck it. These niggas, they just shitted on us. They turned on us. Cool. Do what you gotta do. So the Choctaw, Chickasaw came together with the French, and they went and defeated the Natchez. Kidnapped some of them, and that's overblown how many other people that they took, but they took a lot of people. They took thousands of people to Haiti. There was no fucking Haiti. There was no rebellion in Haiti. There was no niggas in Haiti to fight. Okay, those are Natchez Indians that started their revolution in Haiti. Okay, wasn't no revolution. Like we keep thinking that this is all something different than the same thing. This is one thing. The niggas left. The niggas left here. The troublemakers that they caught that left here went to Haiti and created more trouble. They was not going for the shit. Okay, they try to make this shit seem like it's a different thing. But anyway, meantime, they fucked up our shit. Now the French is cool with the Choctaw, Chickasaw, and the Cherokee. They got the whole shit sold up because if you read the Choctaws and Chickasaws history, they're going to tell you that they come from Mexico too. They come from the caves of Mexico. They're going to tell you that. They're going to tell you that. So again, a lot of the Natchez in Mississippi, Alabama became Choctaws because the Choctaws wasn't hating on the motherfuckers. Like the Choctaws said, look, everybody that's here, y'all cool. Y'all just gonna be Choctaws. Y'all just gonna ride with us and we gonna take care of you. The Choctaws took care of all of the Natchez because it was their shit. And they made sure that the French didn't ship them away, didn't enslave them or do nothing. But it might have been a motherfucker, a situation where they're not family. So it might have been on a register as these motherfuckers as slaves, or these motherfuckers as freedmen, or these motherfuckers is something other than Natchez Indians. You know what I'm saying? But when the Choctaws took over that land, them motherfuckers kept it a GG. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't really nothing they could do. You know what I mean? It really was nothing they could do. But the empire now is not being controlled by the original people. The empire now is being controlled by Choctaws, Chickasaws, and Cherokees. Now, after this little incident right here, Cherokees is like, yo, let me go get some work. Who can I go fight? Who can I go kill and motherfucking, you know what I mean, get in with some niggas with? So this is the same time of this Pocahontas shit. Y'all gotta see like they never give us a proper timeline. But the Natchez shit happens first. The weakening of the Mississippi happens first. See, like I'm telling you, like everybody, like most of the people this side of the Mississippi was still cool. So we didn't really notice too much of a change. The change really happened all up in motherfucking on the other side, up in Texas and motherfucking Arkansas. Like I'm telling you, all up on the other side of the Mississippi is kind of where the change happened. And it was like a vacuum between the Mississippi and Cato. You know what I'm saying? Cato, Texas. It was a vacuum that was taken over by the Plains Indians and eventually by the Cherokees. You know, but it was peace basically in the Mississippi after the Natchez had left because the Choctaws was wasn't on no like slave shit. There was no slave shit to do it at this particular time. There was just morning wars. It was just, hey, now y'all, like I'm telling you, the same thing niggas was doing was like, hey, now y'all niggas is just fucking Choctaws. It's not a problem. There's no reset. Y'all just don't have to be kidnapped and run through the motherfucking through the gauntlet as in a morning war. But it is a war, and it's the same morning war situation. All y'all niggas Choctaws now. Got it? Got it. Cool. So, but the Cherokees, they playing different. They go over here to Tuscaloosa and help the British fight the Tuscaloosa, take Tuscaloosa, and try to make all Tuscaloosa Cherokee. Make all North Carolinians Cherokee. But nobody's going for that because the Cherokees are fuck niggas, half breeds, nobody likes them, and the Tuscaloosa left. Motherfuckers left instead of being a Cherokee. You have to understand it. You have to understand what happened. Why is the Tuscaloosa from Tuscaloosa, Alabama? I'm sorry, why is the Tuscarora all the way in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, but now they part of the Six Nations in the North? Because motherfuckers wouldn't hang with these other niggas. They couldn't hang with these Cherokees. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to just why can't you hang with some niggas? Niggas hang with the Choctaws, like fuck it. But nah, we can't hang with these Cherokee ass niggas and shit. Because these niggas eat people, these motherfuckers worship the devil. You have to see, you have to understand too. I'm telling you about this Jesuit situation. Because again, all of this goes back to religion, programming, created creatures. You see what I'm saying? Like in a war of motherfuckers that are trying to infiltrate and steal land. You know what I mean? You so now these motherfuckers are in North Carolina. They working with the British. They stealing people, selling them to the British. The British have no problem buying people. Like the French ain't buying people. The Spanish ain't buying. Like you have to understand this shit. These niggas ain't like none of these niggas have like we think they have history of slavery, but they don't. Like where's the Spanish slave system at? Besides the Filipinos and the motherfucking the Asians and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you don't really see like you just hear about the British. You might hear about the Portuguese, but the Portuguese don't have no fucking country, right? They got the little pieces of tiny. They just say Portuguese because they don't want y'all to know that y'all Portugal. That y'all the Portugale. That's the Portuguale. That's y'all the Guale or the Gullah. They don't want y'all to know that the same people, that this just y'all port and that these motherfuckers all speak Portuguese. Niggas don't speak French. I mean Spanish in South America. They speak Portuguese because they Gauls. They're Gullahs. They speak Geechee, shit like that, right? So the British is the only motherfuckers that's buying people. These niggas live on a little island. They don't know how to grow shit. They don't know how to fucking even grow potatoes on this island and shit. They can't farm. They don't know nothing on the island of Britain. You have to understand that. And again, at this time, on the island of Britain, motherfuckers is living in caves. Motherfuckers is living underneath the castles and shit. Like the castles is barns. You know what I mean? Like with stone walls around them and shit. There's nothing fancy going on over there at this time and shit. These motherfuckers is cooking up people. You know what I mean? They in the labyrinth, they in the catacombs, baking niggas. You know what I mean? In the catacombs, cooking humans and shit, matrixing motherfuckers. So yeah, they buying Indians and trying to get this Indian slave shit going if it's a possible thing, you know? Because in the same time, other these motherfuckers kidnap Indians, they get to take the land. So that's what they like. They going on a campaign with these motherfuckers. Like you have to understand, at a certain point, like in history, they changed the name to an Indian scout. They want to give more credit to these Europeans and make like these Europeans was warriors and coming over here fucking up shit. But no, they had they pit bulls and they dogs, like these Cherokee dogs and shit. You know what I'm saying? that would do they dumb shit. All of these wars come from these 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 foreign invade. Like you have to understand, it was a foreign invasion that happened after this poison blanket shit. Everybody will tell you this shit. You need new people. Where do these people come from? How do you repopulate a depopulated America? So these niggas start fucking with these Tuscalora and shit, and they really start kidnapping people and shit. It got to the point where, like I told you on the other video, how the British was saying that these motherfuckers are even kidnapping our allies. But nobody's fucking with the British. The British is at war with Spain. So if you want to be a Cherokee and you're going to be an ally with the British at war with Spain, and they say, cool, the only Indians we recognize is these Cherokees. Everybody else is the Indian is the enemy Indian. They're supporting the British. I mean, it ain't the Spanish. But we don't know this. You understand? I just told y'all that the Gullah, if they don't like a priest, they'll kill him. Cut off his head, put it on the pike. Nobody's gonna do anything but send more fucking priests. So we're not saying this is Spain. How the fuck is this Spain? We just killed everybody they sent, and they just keep sending more niggas to preach and pray and hope this shit stick. So in history, it looked like this is Spanish America. No, it's not. They just Spanish because these motherfuckers keep sending priests that we keep killing. But to the British and in their history books, we down with the Spanish and shit. So the Cherokee has been commissioned to be the only Indians that they recognize. So they the only Indians that they recognize, meaning that it's war against everybody else. So if you want to do money, if you want to get money with the English, you got to be a Cherokee. If not, it's like today. You can't sell. Well, now you can sell money. You can sell stuff to China, but you couldn't sell products to China before because, well, okay, Cuba. You can't do shit with Cuba. Cuba is an enemy state. It's just that simple. The motherfuckers could say these niggas is enemies. Don't do business with them. This tribe is an enemy tribe. You can't do business with them. But they doing business with Cherokees. So you want to do business as a Cherokee. That's just how it happened. Like you give a motherfucker permission like to go against all of your enemies. Like fuck it, I don't care. I'm not gonna go fight them niggas. Y'all can go fight them. Cool, fuck it. And this is how the Cherokees get to South Carolina, get to North Carolina, and get to motherfucking Georgia, all the way up into Georgia and shit. Because because the United States, the British, the people that didn't have access to the land, gave it to them. They gave some shit that didn't belong to them. If you're gonna help me conquer some shit, cool. But I'm telling you, when these motherfuckers come to places, they don't come there fighting. They didn't come to Cherokee, North Carolina fighting this shit. They didn't come there fighting. Like this is how they get this shit. They come on a war footing. They come on a war footing. Now these niggas know how to fight. They willing to fight. They wait until the French come and make everybody cool. Like it's a two-edged thing. Like I told you, the priests will get you to come to church, get you to put down your weapons and be lovely and happy-go-lucky, and then they will come and kill you at the church. Y'all don't believe me, but it's lots of fucking evidence in history. I mean, examples in history that shows that how they've done that. How they will kill you at church. How they will invite you to to pray and then kill you while you're praying. Invite you to a tea or to a treaty signing and kill you at the treaty signing. Put poison in the motherfucking food at a banquet. Like their thing is to get what they're to achieve their ends. Like you have to imagine a priest that says, I'm willing to go to hell. Like imagine what hell is. And he's willing to go there for God. Like that's some real life shit. Not to say none of that shit is real, right? We the gods, right? But that's the mentality of a missionary. He's willing to do whatever he needs to do to convert these motherfuckers. He willing to lie, steal, cheat, and kill to save a motherfucker's soul. Absurdity, right? Dumb shit. But he know it ain't no soul to save. It's all a hustle. It's all a crook. pieces of crooks with motherfucking crosses and shit. Okay? He knows it. He teaches his half-breed child that, and they move on. And they run around this motherfucker kidnapping the motherfuckers that don't believe. I mean, that do believe in this dumb shit. And this is the Cherokee way. The Cherokee way is to be educated. Is to learn all of the ways of the motherfucking the trader. Let's get more money. Let's do more business. That's the Cherokee. He want to do business. See, like these other niggas, all this shit is free to them. Like I said, like all these years in motherfucking America, we can't. It's so many niggas that say they Cherokee. So many white people that say they Cherokee, but we don't have anything that's no like. That's why they say like Indians don't have no culture, because the Cherokee have no fucking culture. Not Indians. The Cherokee. I told you in the beginning, they came and they took the clothes off the dead bodies. They took the moccasins off the dead fucking bodies and put them on. Took the beads, the jewels off these niggas' necks and put them on and said they was Indians. They don't know how to make this shit. These niggas have no culture, so they looking at Indians because the most Indians in America are Cherokees, and these niggas don't have no culture. So they look at us and say, y'all don't have no fucking culture. What's Cherokee culture? It ain't none. Everybody else got something going on. Everybody else had something original because they didn't go pick up the dead bodies. They didn't go grab the fucking sneakers off a dead man. Oh, look at them Jordans. Oh shit, he ain't gonna use them. So their culture is business. Their culture is infiltration. Their culture is what they have on their motherfucking logo, the Baphomet. Like that's what I'm saying. Like because this is important though. I need y'all to understand that. How did these motherfuckers even get into North Carolina? How did they even get into South Carolina? How did they even get into Georgia? These is Cherokees. These is Choctaws, right? So I'm telling you how they got there. At some point, these Cherokees became Choctaws. The Cherokees took over the Choctaws. You have to understand that. They started hiding inside of this Choctaw Nation and shit. You have to understand that. There was a point in the 1700s when it just switched where everybody had to be a Cherokee. And like if you go like the chick Lisa and shit, and these Accoamacs and shit, this dumbass chick, she gonna say she a fucking Cherokee. She an Accoamac, and she claiming to be a fucking Cherokee. You gotta explain to me. Well, I understand how an Accoamac could be a Cherokee because the Accoamacs went against the Powhatan, and the fucking Cherokee went against the Powhatan. So y'all might as well be fucking kissing cousins and shit. Y'all both traders. Y'all both foreigners. The fuck. Y'all not from the Aquamac are not from Virginia. They from Delaware, some motherfucking where. But they happened to go there because the Powhatan killed the motherfuckers that was out there on that island. So he let them niggas creep in there. So they might be in love with some Cherokees now because they on the same type of time. But everybody wanted to be a Cherokee after after they signed that fucking treaty and shit when they go into war with Spain, and only Indians we recognize as Cherokees. And the Cherokees have one business, and their business is profit. Their business is destruction of the motherfucking happy-go-lucky life that we living. The freedom life that we're living, the freedom, the free mentality, the free mind, the free dominion that we're living. You have to understand, it's not their fault. They are at war. These are Jesuits. Look at their logo. Look at their motherfucking of their marching orders. These motherfuckers are at war. The the Indians don't know it because they not privy to the Jesuit talk, to who sent you and shit, to why they sent you and shit, to what to make a nigga, like I say, leave his whole family to come here and sell fucking furs and shit like that. Sell beaver furs and guns to some motherfuckers. We think it's sweet. We think the lady just giving us candy because she like us. She's just a nice old fucking lady. No, this lady gonna follow us home and put us in a pot. So how did the Cherokee get to North Carolina? How did they get to Georgia? This is what I'm trying to explain here. Because once they do this dumb shit, once they steal this land, now these motherfuckers is calling it their homeland. You ever ask the Cherokee where their homeland is? They're gonna tell you it's North Carolina. Like a nigga never heard of a Tuscarora. History never mentioned Tuscaroras before because that's the Cherokee homeland. And now they want to fight for their homeland that was a homeland of some other niggas. You know what I mean? Just 50 days before that shit. Like, yo, it's my home now. I don't need y'all to understand the mentality of these niggas. Claiming a homeland, that's like the Jews. And it's the same story. These are the same fuck niggas following the same footprint of these Catholics. It's all the same mental footprint. That it's some people living here, but now it's my homeland. Like, you can't prove that you, like, we know they've been here for 1,000 years. It's been Tuscarora here, but all of a sudden now that you done took this shit as your homeland. And you can't prove it, but you can write it in a book. And we got to believe it. So now North Carolina is Cherokee homeland and not Tuscarora, not Catawba, not motherfucking anybody that been there. You go to a place like Darren, Georgia and shit. Known recorded history of motherfucking Guale Indians, my nigga. How's that Cherokee? How's that Cherokee County? How's that Cherokee land? Like, a lot of this shit don't make no sense because but if you understanding that these is the same niggas that's creating the school system, like why is Brown versus the Board of Education in fucking Kansas? Why is the most leading education system out in the fucking middle of nowhere? Niggas live in cities, niggas live in Mississippi, niggas live in wherever niggas been growing up for 1,000 years. But no, niggas out in Arkansas, right? Kansas is border. It's the same fucking people. Don't get it fucked up. But they want to control education. They want to determine what public education should be. And I'm trying to explain to y'all, this is the Catholic shit. These Catholics niggas got these churches and shit. These Catholic niggas is doing this programming and shit. So you gotta go all the way out fucking Kansas, Toledo, or some shit, wherever the fuck that was. Topeka, sorry, pardon me. Topeka, Kansas, Arkansas, to get a equal education bill out this motherfucker. Y'all have to understand the games that these motherfuckers play. It's a reason why they want to put everybody together to learn the same shit. Mandate what we all gotta fucking learn. It's called propaganda. It's programming. Everybody learned in the Bible. I mean, in school, that Mesopotamia is the motherfucking cradle of civilization. That's the shit between two rivers. That's the Garden of Eden. We've been told this shit in our head. It's subconsciously reinforcing the Bible. We gotta standardize this shit. We have to reinforce this fuck shit standardize. So we gonna go out to Kansas, and we gonna make this shit a federal fucking situation. And again, that's why we trying to tell y'all, like, we ain't gonna go too far ahead, but we not paying attention. We not paying attention. So you got these motherfuckers out here living this shit up in Georgia right now, having a good old time. But how did they get to Georgia? Well, since they did such a good job for the British, stealing land, right? And fighting the South. The British hired these niggas, hired the Choctaw to fight the Guale and what they're calling the Gullah Wars. That's not no shit you read in history. That's not no shit that they gonna put in the book. Why not? Because they write the fucking books. Like nobody's gonna tell you, like, you know what I'm saying, how they fucked you over. They're gonna, you know what I mean? What's this shit? Allude to it. You know what I mean? They're gonna allude to that you lost, but not how you lost. You know? How they fucked you over. But we don't get to learn about the Gullah Wars in school. We don't learn about that. That that some motherfuckers was hired to come to the East Coast to get rid of some other niggas. You see? That's how you get a Cherokee in Georgia. That's how you get in Georgia. That's how you get Choctaws on the motherfucking Atlantic coast. That's how you get Choctaws in Florida and motherfucking the bottom parts of Alabama and shit. Like, this shit is deeper than we know. And what I'm saying is, by this time, these Choctaws ain't Choctaws no more. I'm trying to tell you, these Choctaws are being led by Cherokees. It's easy to infiltrate some niggas because you're going to marry the motherfuckers that got the bread. You're going to marry the motherfuckers that got the dough. They know the plan. Butter up the king. Butter up the nigga. Get access to the daughter. Get access to Pocahontas and shit. Get that little girl pregnant and shit. Now you can take her son and make her son a fuck nigga. And he's gonna fuck over all of these niggas. It's a simple plan. It's a simple plan. They've been doing the same plan since then. That's what I'm trying to explain. Like, we gotta look at this shit. It's like, see, we can't look at, like I say, motherfuckers about the government. The government did this, the government did that. The government ain't doing shit. It's dickheads in the government doing shit. It's dickheads using the government to fuck us over. You know, like nobody ever know that there was some Indians that started a fucking state. Why would Indians start a state? Indians hate America. Indians is totally against America. Indians is on reservations. Indians ain't starting no fucking state. Why don't they teach this shit in history that motherfucking Indians could start a state? It might be smart of some Indians to start a state because now you're gonna get federal budgets. You're gonna get access to federal motherfucking funds now. You get federal soldiers now, or you get a militia. You get a state-funded militia now. You ain't had no weapons, sell your land to the government. They're gonna give you some money for some state-funded militias. Do you understand this? But just imagine you kick a motherfucker out your house. Because this is what happened. Like I said, I mean, I'm trying to tell you with this Choctaw shit. The Choctaws was infiltrated, dog. Because the Choctaws by nature are really on some chill shit. Every time they may participate, like the Chickasaws, they wear you don't really know what their motives is, but they don't really do too much. They might just tag along, but you don't really know. But the Choctaws will let these Cherokees use these niggas to do dumb shit. When people, like I say, when they know the old traditions of just being an Indian, we won, you're a Choctaw, that's cool. But the Cherokee infiltrated these niggas and they tried to sell Georgia. I know y'all heard this a million times, but y'all hearing this like the Choctaws sold Georgia. But when you read it, you have to go to the Cherokee to read it because the person that sold it was a Cherokee. But they blame the Choctaws for selling Georgia, but the person that sell it, the general, was a Cherokee. This is what I have to get y'all to understand. This is the reality. They're calling these people something and they're putting like they putting smut on these niggas' jacket, but it's Cherokees that's doing this shit. It's Cherokees coming up in these motherfuckers, fucking these niggas over. Because when they killed these niggas, okay, so they tried to sell Georgia. They killed this nigga, cut him up to 100 pieces. Everybody that killed him got a piece of the nigga, right? Like you heard this nigga, let me get a piece of him. You heard the nigga say that? I want a piece of him. Everybody got a piece of that nigga. Okay? Or that half breed, half a nigga, right? Let me get a piece of him. Yes, here you are. It was giving out pieces of that nigga. Everybody wanted a piece of that nigga. So they cut him up into 100 pieces, right? And the people that left, because they wanted to kill all of them, his family, his son, his daughter, his wife, his fucking kids, dig him up, kill him again. That's how the real niggas felt that was there. These Gullah, the motherfuckers that never left, that they calling Choctaws, because hey, the Choctaws don't give a fuck. They know the game about the morning wars. You lose a war, then you adopt it into our family. But when you try to sell our land, that's when the shit switched. That's when 100 chiefs got together and killed this nigga. So these niggas left. They went to Arkansas. Arkansas. This ain't no Trail of Tears shit. Cherokees never had a Trail of Tears. But the Choctaw had a Trail of Tears. But why are they calling it a Cherokee Trail of Tears? You see how this shit keep going? How these motherfuckers keep stealing or smutting up a motherfucking name and then stealing another nigga's story? They're gonna steal a Cherokee, a Choctaw Trail of Tears, but the Cherokee had left long before the motherfucking Choctaw left. You have to know that. Long before the Trail of Tears, the Cherokee had to go because they tried to steal the land. Okay? So when they left, they sold the land. You understand this? You kick a nigga out your house. You go give this nigga a house. This nigga take the house that you gave him and sell it back to you. God damn it, like what? That's how you know these niggas is some hoes, some fuck niggas, and the shit don't make sense. But that's telling you how this shit makes sense. Because why wouldn't you sell the land back to the government, dummy? They're gonna pay you money. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna give you some land and then they're gonna buy it back from you. And they're gonna pay you every year in a trust like they do every state. So the Cherokee Nation has a state. It's called Arkansas. They get funded every year by the government. But what do they do with their money? They use their money to get mad at you because you kicked them out. They don't like where they at. Nope, they want to be back where you're at. They want to go back to Georgia, to Florida. They want the sunshine and the motherfucking. They don't want Arkansas. That's the desert. That's the Midwest fuck shit. It's swamp. It's all types of dumb shit out there. They want to come back to Georgia. These niggas like peaches and plums, watermelons like everybody else. You have to understand this shit. You have to understand this shit. These niggas take their federal budget and they spend it on infiltration. These niggas got a whole budget to fuck us over. We are funding these niggas. We are funding these niggas. We are funding these niggas to get back their land. Y'all don't understand this shit. They can't just be happy and be like, yo, we won. We pulled the lick. Nope. You know what they did next? Okay, cool. Because again, we not tripping. We not understanding that these are motherfucking crooks. These are thieves. These are warriors here to put the devil back on the throne of the Catholic Church. They're gonna say he God, but a black man's heaven is a white man's heaven is a black man's hell. So if you're gonna say this motherfucker God, he got to be the devil. But we don't understand that. We think, no, let's go give them some land. They'll be happy. We're happy. Why won't they be happy? And that's what we miss here. We give everybody too much fucking credit. We give these niggas too much fucking rope. Because they didn't go to Arkansas and go be happy. They went to Arkansas and been miserable, been mad. These motherfuckers is on one. These motherfuckers is wanting vengeance the whole time in Arkansas. They on one, okay? Y'all have to understand this shit. I'm telling you, where did the Civil War start from? Arkansas. Arkansas started the whole Civil War. The Missouri Compromise. Where the fuck is Missouri at? What's next to Missouri? The people that started Missouri, where did they come from? You see what I'm saying? The people that started Kansas, where did they come from? They come from Arkansas. All of these motherfuckers come from Arkansas. Arkansas was there before Oklahoma. Choctaws went to Oklahoma. And that's a whole different story. But Arkansas is where the niggas is where these crazy ass revenge bent, miserable ass, depressed, I'ma get you suckers went. Cause that's what they did. They was hell bent on return. You think a motherfucker gonna give up all that land for the motherfucking desert of Arkansas and not want his shit back? Even though it ain't his shit. Like I'm saying, y'all have to understand this shit. They still saying North Carolina is their homeland. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Does that make sense? Is anybody in America saying North Carolina is their homeland? North Carolina is the middle of fucking nowhere. There ain't no homeland. There ain't no fucking homeland for nobody. How you get there? How you get to the middle? If that's your homeland, like that shit don't make sense. Where your home? Well, I'm from here. From here, from the middle of nowhere, nigga. Like most people don't start off at the middle of nowhere. That's not how history starts. There's no rivers in North Carolina. Ain't no oceans in North Carolina. I mean, on the coast, but these niggas saying they from motherfucking the mountains. They from the mountains, nigga. They from the cave. Y'all don't understand this shit. Y'all don't understand this shit. That's what I'm saying. So these niggas hell bent on saying they from North Carolina. You think they gonna give up anything other than that? They trying to keep coming back to North Carolina. They done broke they shit up. They got Eastern Indians now. They got like all we know is Eastern Cherokee. That's all we know is Eastern Band Cherokee. And them motherfuckers is weak as shit. They not listen. They not the Cherokees. They more real Indians than anything. Like I'm trying to tell y'all, they probably got Tuscarora roots. All these Eastern Indians is the motherfuckers that is not with the dumb shit. They was here for 1,000 years. Mixed in and bred with these motherfucking half-breeds and mulattoes and shit. But they feel it in their bones that they not going nowhere. They not fucking starting no trouble. They not trying to enslave no motherfuckers. They not going back up and forth doing dumb shit. Only these Arkansas ass niggas got an attitude because the motherfucker cut their homie up into 100 fucking pieces and shit. Yeah, we did. I wish I was there. I told y'all, there's not too many things in history I wish I was there with. But when they cut that nigga up, I wish I was there. That nigga said they was Ishmael's grandpop. Phoenix Moon's grandpop ass niggas. I wish I was there to cut your grandpop up in half and thousands and quarter this nigga. I'd have fried and fricasseed that nigga. I wish I was there. Niggas is lucky. Niggas is lucky. And anybody saying, but that's what I'm saying. Like the you know what I mean? Like, and we looking for the darkest. I mean, we looking for the lightest white motherfucker to be espousing that he's from this traitor, just trading ass treacherous. No, the blackest African ass looking ass nigga, Ishmael Allah and shit, Muslim ass nigga, gonna tell you he from a traitor ass half breed, but he a Muslim, foreign and more and shit. Like y'all understand how these niggas? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Anybody saying they're a Choctaw, a Cherokee, I'm looking at these niggas crazy. Like you gotta be a traitor, or either you don't research. You ain't no teacher saying you a fucking Cherokee. Dan Calloway done told all types of history. He ain't gonna tell you no history on no motherfucking Cherokee. Either he don't know or he know. I'm gonna take it like he know and shit. Fuck out of here. Nigga be a Cherokee until it's time to tell you the truth. I'm trying to tell you who the fuck the Cherokees is. What the fuck they been doing all this time? Why the fuck they so quiet? Because they over there planning. They over there working the motherfucking crook. They over there cooking the books. You got some niggas over here quiet as kept. Quiet as kept and shit. Like y'all didn't know Bill Clinton was a Cherokee? He from Arkansas. He from Arkansas. But y'all don't know Arkansas is a Cherokee state. We don't know that. They're not gonna teach us that. He gonna act like he a nigga, but not act like he an Indian. Why? Because the Indians is niggas. So it's easy to act like a fucking Indian, act like a nigga when my grandma was a quarter. Like, you see how that shit go? You got a fucking nigga, a fucking white boy that'll tell you about a grandma that was a quarter Indian. So my mama was an eighth, I'm a 16th. And you got some niggas that all they got is full-blooded Indians in their family. They say, my grandma was Indian. My dad was an Indian. What the fuck is you, nigga? Like the shit just stopped. It just stopped. Yeah, my great-grandpa, he was an Indian. So what is you? If this nigga is he's a 16th, like that, who doing that type of math and shit? He proud to be a 16th. And y'all motherfuckers say this nigga was. So what are you? Like a nigga said in the comments, shit, yeah, my mom was a Gullah. What? Yeah, my mom was something. My mom was a Geechee. My mom was a Gullah. I'm like, nigga, you don't get the fuck out of here. This dumb shit. My mom was. Nigga, okay, well, what are you? You a Moor? You a fucking Hebrew? You a dumbass? What the fuck is you? How do we not see the contradiction in this shit? This like this motherfucker, like that's why you just want to have a little bit of black blood in you. If you got just a drop of that shit, that's the claim to the fucking land. Just a drop of the motherfucking blood is the claim to the motherfucking land, and we want to give it up for a motherfucking a caveman with the eighth, with a KD and shit. You know what I mean? With a 3.5 and shit. You know what I mean? A nigga about to get smoked and shit with an eighth, and he a real Indian. Like, are y'all stupid and shit? So this is what these niggas did. Again, now they got their own land, they got their own country, right? Because these lands is countries before motherfucking the war. Before the civil fucking war, every fucking state is a country. You have to understand that. So, but you have to understand too, when a motherfucking like a crook don't mind free shit, he's stealing. We hate niggas say, oh, you on welfare. You supposed to hate the government. No, that's why I sold my land to the government. Because I want the government to pay me. That's how these Indians is thinking. That's how these Arkansas niggas is thinking. Because they tried to sell Georgia to the government. That didn't work, so they got killed. He went and got Arkansas. They sold that to the government. Got killed. You dig what I'm saying? Well, they didn't get killed for, I'm sorry. They didn't get killed for Arkansas. They, you know what I mean? They living. They killing us. Right? So they get government grants and loans and motherfucking they got an army, they got CIA access, they got FBI access, they got motherfucking security codes and all this shit. But you know the first thing they did, 1860, they said all free blacks got to get the fuck out. All free blacks gotta go, not Africans. See, y'all don't know the difference between an African and a fucking black person. Y'all keep getting this shit fucked up. On history is going to tell you an African is African. A black person and a Negro is some old different shit. Totally different shit. Y'all don't understand that. Like I say, like it began to happen in the 1800s where niggas start leaving these motherfucking tribes and shit. Niggas just was gone. Niggas was, oh no, I can get my own. I can be bought. I mean, like, communism is Indianism. We communal. Niggas shit is free. I'm telling you, when these crackers leave, this whole shit gonna be nigga rigged. It's gonna be free cable, free electricity. Everybody gonna know somebody that got the hookup. It don't matter. I don't give a fuck. You can talk that shit if you want to talk the shit, but you don't know niggas. You don't know us. We gonna look out for each other. We gonna find out who got the hookup, and he gonna look out. It's gonna be on the low. But enough of us gonna have it where everybody got it, and it ain't gonna make sense. Like again, if nobody paid for cable, the shit would be done. Somebody got to pay for cable. But I know I know everybody I know ain't paying for the shit. They may pay one time, but they ain't gonna pay every month. And we know niggas that know how to do the shit. We know who to call, license, inspections, all this shit. Niggas know how to rig it. You see what I'm saying? You can't make no money like that. But that's how these motherfuckers play. They want to make money. They want to infiltrate. They want to do all this old dumb shit to keep us from living free and clear and happy and go lucky and just, like niggas, like I say, niggas don't have to fish. We got this thing where we can trap fish in the river. Like they know how to, it's a maze. You make a maze and this fish is swimming to the shit. You just go grab it. You ain't got to do too much. You know what I mean? Catfish noodling. Niggas catch catfish with their fucking hands. They don't have to do, like, we have mastered this shit beyond recognition. The shit go crazy when now it's for the profit. Now I need 100 catfish. I gotta go out here and catch 100 of these motherfuckers to make some bread. Ah, damn, how do I do that? Now you might need a ride or some shit. 2 or 3 rides going at the same time because you can't get them. But before that, everything was free. So these niggas don't understand that concept. Motherfuckers start leaving, go and get their own shit. But like I said, after these motherfuckers, like this is what you do. If you planning some shit, you gotta get rid of everybody that could be eyes. Everybody that's not with this shit. All the free Negroes got to go because we know y'all not with this shit. Y'all not what we about to do. Nobody's thinking what they're about to do. Again, these is not Indians. These is Catholics. These is fucking Jesuits. You have to understand that shit. These is half-breeds Catholic Jesuits that we chased out of fucking Georgia. We chased them niggas. They got them land in Arkansas. They sold the land back. And now they got a plan. Everybody got to go. They turn like, you motherfuckers turn off the lights, nigga. We don't want nobody to see what we about to do. Because this shit is so easy to destroy. What did they do? Immigration. Immigration, my nigga. Immigration killed the Indian. Not the poison pen, not the blanket. All that we was doing okay. Cause niggas was warriors and niggas would cut your head off and put it on a post. But these motherfuckers got their own land and they started flooding this motherfucking land with people. It's in the books. It's in the history books. Go look at back to the Missouri Compromise. Everybody talks about, 50-50 slavery. Is Missouri going to be a slave state or is Missouri going to be a free state? This is the cause of the Civil War. Okay, but how do you determine free or motherfucking slave in America? Huh? A vote. A vote, a popular vote determines slave or free. Well, how do you determine who votes in a state that's not a state? Huh? Who votes in a state that's not a state? Think about that, y'all. Who votes? Who determines if the shit is free or not free? Are these American citizens? And if they are American citizens, where are they from? And how do they get here? How do they know that we're doing this? Do y'all understand these fucking plots? Y'all understand these plots? How do you vote in a place that's not a state? And whose vote is determined? You see? So this is how they won. Anybody can vote in a place that's not a fucking state. How are you a citizen of a state that's not a state? So anybody could get here. This is immigration. This is how they started sending in these Catholics, sending in these fucking cavemen. Y'all don't understand. I'm telling y'all what the German shit is about. Motherfuckers destroying the cave system and bringing the motherfuckers to America. What the Vietnam War was about, destroying the cave system. The biggest caves in the world is in Vietnam. It's caves in Vietnam that got motherfucking forests. You know what I mean? Rivers, long ass rivers that run for miles and shit in Vietnam and shit. That's why they tell you the motherfuckers, the Viet Cong was underground. The motherfuckers was underground. They had systems, caves, all that shit was underground, underground. Yes, cave niggas. These motherfuckers went all around the world just to get bodies in the seat. If y'all could understand this shit, you would understand this shit. Because we are so nice. We are so lovable. Oh, we gonna let them live. They're gonna learn how to be smart. They're gonna learn how. No, these niggas are. They got a plan to put the devil back on the throne of the Catholic Church. That's their plan. So they went all around the world creating bombs and starting fake ass wars to send motherfuckers here to vote, to vote us out of our shit, to make us black, to make us fucking Africans, to make us foreigners and shit. Like, again, education, all of this education shit comes from these new countries, these new states. Who created these states? Foreigners, people that we don't know. They don't have to be citizens, they could be anybody. They just adding on to the union. There is no union at this time. Everybody's willy-nilly. Now, like I'm telling you, like, again, if your goal is to take the money, is to get everybody's money together so you can use their money to kill them, you want to be a part of a state. You want everybody to join the state. Everybody got to join the union because you're going to take their money and use it to kill them. That's all that Arkansas is doing. That's all these Cherokees is doing. They don't have to be frontlining. They don't have to get the name and shit. They're going to take our money and use it to kill us. Like I've been telling y'all, like, y'all don't understand the A team. The A team is based on a real nigga. It's a real team of motherfuckers. You know, B.A. Baracus and all the motherfuckers is based on some CIA agents, motherfuckers that would do the drug thing and get arrested. Come there, start some trouble, and get arrested. And then, hey, well, he must be official. He must be the shit. Them niggas in jail all the time. You know what I mean? You wouldn't think them niggas is working with the cops. Every episode they go get these niggas out of jail. You understand that concept? Every episode you go get a nigga out of jail and shit. You go get a nigga out of crazy house. He the coolest nigga in the world and shit. And he live in jail. He don't live in the streets and shit. Until these motherfuckers got something for you to do, you in jail and shit. You have to understand that shit like that. This is what they've been doing. This is how you use the government. This is how you take the money from taxes and taxpayers and you take it and you use it to put a president in the fucking United States and shit. Like I tell y'all, George Bush is the motherfucking Catholic motherfucking puppet. They'll tell you that, his story is he's Curious George from the motherfucking from the books. He's the German spy. You know what I'm saying? The infiltrator from World War motherfucking two and shit. That's who George W. Bush is. The Catholic boy. So of course, if I'm gonna tell you that George Bush and Bill Clinton are best friends, y'all not gonna understand it. But they got the same master. They working for the same motherfucking Catholic Church that we don't know nothing about. The same niggas got a war on drugs as the same motherfuckers pushing it. I didn't make this up. I'm not the first nigga that said the connection between George Bush and Bill Clinton. I didn't make up Iran Contra. I didn't make up motherfucking Rick Ross selling dope for the motherfucking CIA. I didn't make this shit up. But nobody want to find out where was they selling this dope at. Like, like they lied to us when they say Iran Contra. They make you think that it got something to do with Iran. What the fuck? That ain't got nothing to do with Iran. That's America. These motherfuckers was selling cocaine in America. Buying cocaine from America. Trying to take over the cartels and Catholic places and shit. That's what these niggas is doing. They not a fucking Indian. group. They are a Catholic Jesuit hub. They want this whole them watermelons. They don't want to be living in no fucking Arkansas. Like I'm telling you, like if y'all look at the drug trade, the war on drugs and all that shit, that all traces back to Arkansas. There's a place called Mena, Arkansas. Look it up. Look it up. Mena, Arkansas. I could do a whole fucking situation on that. The drug game and how motherfuckers is dropping kilos, like thousands of kilos off in the middle of the fucking in fields and shit. How kids is dying because some kids discovered the motherfucking shit, called the cops, and the cops killed the kids. This is history. This is known facts. Mena, Arkansas. Barry Sills. Like all that cocaine cowboy shit, that's Bill Clinton shit. The Medellin and shit, like his brother, Bill Clinton's brother, is the gangster. No, I mean, like the nigga get his shit from the Medellin and shit. The motherfucker sniffing good coke out there in motherfucking in Arkansas. Like I told you about the Purdue chickens. Like everything I say, niggas can look up. All you gotta type in is Purdue chickens. Mena, Arkansas, cocaine, thousands of kilos. There's so many ways to type this shit in to find out who the fuck is poisoning your family. Who the fuck is getting us arrested for trying to get $1? Motherfucker got a war on drugs and he's the biggest drug dealer. And they used in Arkansas as the motherfucking test, as the landing place, the launching pad to send cocaine all around the country. I'm not making this shit up. I can't make this shit up. There's no way in the world motherfuckers can lie on can trace everything back to one fucking nut ass fucking group of fucking fake ass Indians. Can't nobody do that shit. You can't make this shit up to fucking trace back to these niggas. Every fucking poisonous 300 years goes back to some group of fucking fake ass half breeds. Come on now. Like, nobody, it's impossible. It's impossible. But if you understand that these niggas got a fucking bone to pick, that these some niggas you should be watching, some niggas like you kick some niggas off your block, you think these niggas gonna stop hustling? You know what I mean? Think these niggas ain't coming back for revenge and shit? And that's what's going on. These niggas is out here trying to get revenge on us, and we don't understand. All these motherfuckers had to do was flood the country. Now they got a country, they can do immigration now. All these motherfucking white boys came in through the Midwest, y'all. Don't believe that shit. Orphan trains took the motherfuckers right from Staten Island to the Midwest. Right to Cherokee country somewhere. Like, do you know the government had to beg these Cherokees to stop bothering the Indians on the motherfucking plains? Stop bothering the Indians away from the Mississippi and shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, these plains Indians want to be, like, they infiltrated too. You gotta be, because they got so defeated. They ain't got no wins on no Cherokees. At least they mad at us. They know we'll cut your fucking head off and put you in 1,000 pieces. Have your motherfucking grandson out here as a fucking concierge. You know what I mean? I love concierge. Y'all know me. I live in hotels. Fuck I look like. It's the difference though. Y'all gotta understand that shit. We too happy go lucky. We don't care. We like, yo, they living their life. They ain't making no fuss. We not realizing that they flooding the whole fucking world with fucking immigrants, with fucking foreigners. All these motherfuckers went right to their motherfucking land. Now they changing the vote. Now they want to be fucking equal equal education for all. You know what I mean? They want to be brainwashing motherfuckers with this Jesuit education system. Like all this motherfucking Oh, you already know, man. Like this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy, man. And it can be stopped. It's the point. If we can recognize what's going on, we can wake the fuck up. It's the same group of motherfuckers. Anybody you see with these motherfuckers, you know they ain't shit. It's simple. Anybody espousing this Cherokee shit, you know they ain't shit. You know they ain't shit. They're Asian. That's what I'm saying. Like the Masons, like I could go on for days. The Masons, Albert Pike. Everybody would tell you Albert Pike is the person that founded Masonry. He created morals and dogmas. He added the Baphomet, the devil signs, the worshiping, all this shit, the highest degrees from one nigga, Albert Pike. Everybody knows this. He's a legend. He got statues in Washington, D.C. He's a master fucking Mason, and they die by him. But nobody knows that all this time while he was writing that shit, he was living on a Cherokee fucking reservation in Arkansas. He wasn't writing this shit in Britain. He wasn't writing this shit in no castle. He wasn't writing morals and dogma in New York City in a fucking penthouse suite on Times Square. This fuck nigga was amongst these Cherokee pieces of shit, creating a Ku Klux Klan amongst the Cherokee pieces of shit, creating more Masonic flunkies and fuckboys, and with this Cherokee shit. That's the hand in hand shit. You can't have a Mason without a Cherokee, and they don't know that. Albert Pike was a general during the fucking war. Who was his soldiers? Cherokees. Who was his soldiers? Cherokees. How did they describe him? The weakest, the weirdest, the bitches. When the motherfuckers was shooting in the air, the Cherokees started to run. What they did say about the Cherokees during the Civil War, though, was that the motherfuckers would scalp. They would scalp you. They would scalp you on the ground after the fucking fight. Whether you was a friend or foe. They didn't kill you, they didn't shoot you, they ran. But once you hit the ground, they gonna come out and scalp you. That's a record. These Cherokees ain't got no fucking violent stories of fighting no fucking brave ass fights in the Civil War. The motherfuckers was getting their ass smacked working with Albert Pike. Why won't somebody tell us that the Cherokees had a general named Albert Pike? That general loved them Cherokees. You know what I mean? Loved them niggas. Motherfucking the general was from Boston. They had a Confederate general from Boston, Massachusetts. He done traded on his whole motherfucking homeland just to hang out with some Cherokees. Why? Why? Y'all don't understand. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all worried about Masons. Y'all worried about devil worshiping. And the nigga that wrote the book on the crook was writing the book Ground Zero right here, Arkansas. Fuck shit. You niggas mad at the Ku Klux Klan. The nigga that started the Ku Klux Klan started it right here in Cherokee, you know what I mean, Cherokee County with a bunch of Cherokees. Like his whole shit, his whole troop. You telling me that this motherfucking nigga is a whole army of white boys? The Confederate Army is supposed to be a white boy army, is what they tell us in history. These are rebel white boys. Let them tell it on a motherfucking A&E and American channel. You got 1,000,000 white boys. 1,000,000 crackers, right? Out here fighting for the rebels. And this motherfucker, the 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 nigga that writes, the head Mason nigga, he's in charge of the Indians. What type of fuck shit is that? Y'all not gonna like come on now. He's the King Mason. Why don't he have all the Masons around him? Where all the Masons at? He don't gather the Masons and have an elite unit of Masonic killers, soldiers, and warriors. Why he got a bunch of fucking whole ass Cherokees that are described as bitches? Ain't too many by multiple accounts. Never had a violent ass fucking outing. Name one war, or I mean one battle that the Cherokee was labeled as shit at, that they did some work in. They put in some work in. None. They described the Cherokees as bitches, track stars. This is history. I'm not making this shit up. And a general is a fucking King Mason. Y'all have to help me understand this shit. Like, it ain't no good. Y'all can't tell me that Masons ain't the problem. Yeah, these fucking Masons is the problem. And I'm gonna tell you that the niggas that started the Masons was out here on some Cherokees shit. And then you try to ignore the Cherokees. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all niggas not watching the whole fucking show. All of this shit is one trace back to the fucking cuckoo's nest, nigga. All this shit goes back to the same motherfuckers. Everybody will tell you, all right, like we watching motherfucking Tarka or some shit, or Moorish World TV, or Sinetta, whatever. And niggas like, oh, they Masons. Everybody make a point, oh, they Masons. They Masons. They on some Mason shit. Well, these is the niggas that started this shit. Not started this shit, pardon me, but took it to another level. That's what I'm trying to explain. Like, we not recognizing the root of the problem. Like, these like I said, I can't just be out here arguing with niggas, some fuck niggas that don't know what the fuck is going on, and don't know that Bill Clinton is a fucking Indian. Don't know that all your uncles got arrested and thrown under the fucking bus from a nigga that did it on purpose. Like, if y'all don't know that Bill Clinton did that shit on purpose, y'all not paying attention. I'm trying to tell y'all, he's a Cherokee. He wants to fuck up our generations. He wants to fuck up our country, our world, so they can take it back over. Why wouldn't, see, like, again, I'm not to say, it can't happen, of course. Like the niggas say, the sun is the greatest fucking weapon that a nigga needs. We don't need anything else. It was 101 degrees yesterday around this bitch. We don't need no weapons. Nigga said, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. This motherfucker. I've been saying that. But these niggas ain't know that. They was trying to flood the country with all of these motherfucking Americans, right? Because no Europeans is Europeans anymore. This motherfucker. No boys is boys around this motherfucker anymore. These niggas is Americans, okay? And they come in through motherfucking through these motherfucking Midwest states, okay? All started by these Cherokees. I didn't get into the missions and the how they started taking they motherfucking this, like, again, and I'm telling you, the Cherokees are the problem for the whole fucking world, my nigga. Y'all don't want to believe it. I just told you about the World War III shit, World War II shit. They did that World War II shit just to send motherfuckers to America, dog. Y'all don't have to believe me. I'm trying to tell you what it was about. You don't think that, like I showed y'all that it was niggas in caves with curtains, niggas in caves with toilet seats and running water, living in caves. This is modern shit. They was in the caves up into the 1940s, my nigga. Happy minding they fucking business. Niggas in China living in the caves to this day. Niggas in Africa living in caves until the white man came and made him king. Niggas in Vietnam living in caves to the Vietnam War. You see? That's what these motherfuckers did all around the world, run around here, bringing a caveman to America to play the Truman Show on niggas. Now we Africans. Now we worthless. Now we can't get welfare when these motherfuckers sold their state so they could get welfare to fuck us over. Like, imagine if you had a state and you wanted to bomb on some niggas. You wanted to bomb on your enemies with a state. You got a government money. You got CIA access. You got the feds. You got the police. You got your militia. You getting all this shit from the government and you ain't have nothing. You was just a bitch nigga that got your homeboy killed. Yeah, that's what happened. Got your grandpa killed, Phoenix. Should have got your whole ass grandma and smacked the fuck up if I was around. And I don't even smack women. Bro, dumbass motherfuckers. We gotta tighten up. For real. So yeah, these motherfuckers proud to have fuck niggas and traitors in their family and shit. Y'all need to keep that shit to yourself. Them motherfuckers bonding over pain and shit. Bonding over fuck shit. Bonding over treachery and shit. That's terrible. That shit terrible. I'm not saying y'all terrible people and shit. I know the nigga fucking Ishmael is mentally fucked. He's mentally confused. That motherfucker will be anything you need him to be. He is a nigga not to trust. None of these Cherokee niggas is a nigga that you can trust. A motherfucker is a Muslim on Friday at Jumar. He's a Moor Friday night at, you know what I mean, at the temple and shit. Saturday, he's a fucking Hebrew. Sunday, he at church with the minister. You know what I mean? Like, come the fuck on. Like, these niggas, it will be whoever the fuck you want them to be, just like they father, just like their grandfather and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck about these Cherokee ass niggas and shit. About a Bill Clinton ass nigga and shit. Because all these niggas is the same to me. All these niggas will tell you that they are an Indian after they done fucked you over. After that he done put a bill out that gives you 5 years for a piece of cocaine, for a piece of crack, and 5 months for some cocaine. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a big difference and shit. When these niggas is locking niggas up and throwing away the key on purpose. Because they hate niggas. We don't think they hate niggas because niggas let them live. Niggas gave them land. Niggas let the motherfuckers grow up to be, you know, Indians and shit. Right? After y'all done stole motherfuckers. Like, you have to understand, these niggas they stole motherfuckers' clothes. Put on these niggas' clothes. Put on the garments of God. We not tripping. Now these motherfuckers is better than us and shit. Now they mad. They ain't gonna never let it down and shit. You know what I mean? Got his grandson saying we Moors and all this shit. We from the island of Mu and all this old dumb shit. Ishmael used to be the dumbest nigga talking about something. We from Mu. We from the island of Mu. The island sunk. Like, that's what these niggas, that's what they grandkids still do. He don't even fucking know why he doing this shit. I'm not saying nobody paying Ishmael. That nigga work for tips. You know what I'm saying? All these niggas work for tips and shit, right? But it's the treachery in you that's going against everything that you could possibly even fucking want to be. That want to make you say we from Mu. I just gotta give misinformation because it's in my genetic makeup and shit. You know what I mean? I just gotta hate y'all niggas in Georgia and shit because it's just in my genetic makeup. Y'all probably from them niggas that they killed my granddaddy. Yup. I hope I is. I hope I is. Kill your granddaddy. Spit on your grandmama. All that shit. Tired of these fucking Cherokees and shit. Cause everything go back to this shit. Who was the first niggas talking about some y'all from Africa? Cherokees sent niggas to Africa to do the missions. All that shit, that Liberia shit, all that shit. Who flooded Liberia? Who was out there looking for motherfucking souls to save and shit? These missionaries. Again, too, like I told you on another video, y'all niggas like names and shit. Niggas like brands and niggas like labels. So they use that against you. We think that the only Catholics is the motherfucking Catholics. We think that the only Catholics is the Catholics and shit. You know what I mean? Like, why would they lie? They Catholics. Catholic people don't lie. They wouldn't hide it if they Catholics. Well, Catholicism is outlawed in most of the fucking world, my nigga. You have to understand that shit. Niggas ain't fucking with no Catholics and shit. They keep that shit out of history, though. but you can't be a Catholic in England. So you gotta be some other shit. You still gonna be there. You got dope to sell. You gonna sell your dope. You can't have blue tops. Nigga, okay, cool. I got the purple tops. Nigga, we purple tops. But everybody know that the purple tops represents the Catholics. That used to be the blue tops. So when you see some shit called Episcopal, that's some Catholic shit. You see some shit called Methodist, that's some Catholic shit. Like, that's the thing. Like, the Church of England had a church. You know what I mean? Like, your enemy is the nigga that want to flood the shit with some bullshit, make the prices cheap, have everybody all confused with all different type of doctrines and shit. Just the main niggas want the shit to be locked in. This is what we doing. Nah, these other niggas, they want to fuck around and water this shit down, make the shit confusing, so nobody want to fuck with the shit. Like, that's what all these religions is about. All these different. I showed y'all about the AME church, how they got the same fucking creed as the Catholic church, and they all a part of this ecumenical system where they're gonna all come back together one day and be one big church. It's all a sham. So when y'all see this AME church, because I showed y'all that it ain't just the African Methodist Church, nigga. That was a second hook, a third hook. You know, they got an Indian Methodist church too. Okay, doing the same shit, happy-go-lucky method Indian shit for the same niggas. You go to Indian Methodist church. I'm talking about not Hindu and Indian, nigga. American Indian Methodist. AME. Look it up, nigga. Sorry, AME is African Methodist. IME is Indian Methodist. They did the same fuck shit on Indians, nigga. And these are the niggas that these preachers, like, again, that nigga Brown versus the Board of Education. Who was Brown? Brown is the AME preacher. Brown is a Mason. Brown is a fuck nigga from a whole nother state. Okay? Brown not even from Kansas. Like, y'all have to understand, like, because I want to know where the fuck these niggas come from. Who the fuck is Dred Scott? Who is Dred Scott? Where he come from? Dred Scott was married. He had a wife. His wife got same case. What happened to her case? Oh, they threw that bitch case out. Excuse my language. But they threw her case out. She freer than the motherfucker. What's wrong with her? What's the difference between his wife and him? Why she free and he ain't? Got the same case. So who the fuck is Brown versus the Board of Education? Where the fuck is Brown from? Brown is a preacher. Brown from the AME church. Brown is a rabble rouser. Brown come here to make this shit federal. Y'all gotta understand, it's like they gotta worry about what the Indians is thinking. Like, a nigga named Brown is telling you he down with the dumb shit. You have the Brown Fellowship. The Brown Fellowship is for the Browns. The Browns ain't no fucking name. The Browns is a description. The Browns is a clique. The Browns is a fucking gang, okay? Know that. I'm on the phone with a nigga. He like, yeah, I got Judge Joe Brown. That's my man. I'm like, you know this nigga? Like, the Browns is a gang. The Browns is a clique. The Browns is a fellowship. It's not a real thing. How the fuck are you a Brown, nigga? You're a Brown because you're not a black. You're not official. You're not 100%. You're not a copper. You're a Brown. I'm not dissing all the Browns. Everybody not be up on it, but you need to find out. And like, you can't even find out who the Brown Fellowship is. They took the shit off of Wikipedia. I got this shit on video of when they took of the one day is there and then the next day is not, because they don't want y'all to know real history. But a nigga named Brown versus the Board of Education is telling you that he's a fuck nigga. Finding out he's the AME church let you know he's a professional fuck nigga. And that's how these niggas work. They use the church, they use these preachers, these no good leeches to come up here and teach us shit that we don't need. Shit that never happened. Anybody, like I said, like, y'all motherfuckers, that you gotta understand. Everybody in church, Christians, in their heart of hearts, they want to be Jews, my nigga. All these motherfuckers, cause he talking about Jews and David. Oh, I love David, and oh, how Joshua, the Lord loves Joshua like he was his own, and Moses walked with God, and I mean Enoch walked with God, and all this shit. You gotta be a Jew to fucking really appreciate this shit, nigga. I want to be My Little fucking Pony when you look at the story and shit. You know what I mean? If you watching motherfucking Avatar, you want to be one of the motherfucking Indians and shit. The indigenous, whatever the fuck they call that shit in the movies. That's the story they trying to sell you. So when these motherfuckers is telling you this story of these motherfuckers crossing the desert and finding the home and Pharaoh letting you feeling bad for the fucking Jews. Even like I said, even niggas thinking they Egyptians and shit, feeling bad for the fucking Jews. Okay? That's what these preachers is doing. That's what these niggas is doing in the hearts of men. Okay? They was subconsciously making all these niggas Jews and separating these niggas from their homeland. If it's a chance that I could get a promised land, I'll take it. If it's a chance I could get some reparations, I'll take it. You know, what do I like you have to understand. I've had more people say to me, I mean, hey man, I'd rather do the right thing than not. Like as far as like going to heaven. Like if I don't go to heaven, fuck it. At least I ain't going to hell. Like what? That's not a reason to do something. Like I say do good for goodness sake. Not because I'm going to heaven, you know what I mean? And or I'm gonna believe in Jesus because hey, if I don't, fuck it. What? No, if you don't, you've wasted your fucking life. If you don't, you've been misused. You had your mind controlled and fucked over by men, mortals, Cherokees, and hoes. You see? Oh well, like if I'm going to heaven, so what? I'd rather do it this way because there's a chance that I could go to heaven. I would rather, you know what I mean, 100%. But just because a nigga told you about heaven don't mean it exists, my nigga. Well, there's the chance he said it. There's a chance. No, there's no chance of something that doesn't exist happening. Okay? There's no chance of it. It's not gonna happen. But these niggas don't care. They're here to fuck you over. They're here to play with your mind. So all they need to do, like you heard a motherfucker just say, yeah, he might be gay. All they gotta do is introduce the conversation of a nigga being gay. And now there's a chance. Same nigga, same motherfucking person doing his life as yesterday. But today, all of a sudden, is a chance that this motherfucker's gay because somebody with a fucking negative ass mentality and a negative motive that once they land back said it. He gay. He going to heaven. He going to hell. He from Africa. And that's what these Cherokees been doing. So they go and they kick niggas out their country. They kick niggas out of Arkansas and shit, right? And that started the Civil War, right? So now the Civil War wins. I mean, you know, the niggas won the Civil War. Everybody takes over the shit. Arkansas gets smacked. That's why there's no Confederate. There's no more. They don't show no white Indians in the Reconstruction. You have to understand that shit. Oh, where the white folks? Where the white Indians at? Where the Native American Indians at? Arkansas got a state, but them motherfuckers still under Reconstruction. They don't got no fucking no representatives, okay? Because we done with this shit. We know that this hybrid shit is a fucking trick at this moment. You know what I'm saying? So cool. The best education system start going. That's when you start the education system. All of this starts when the Reconstruction, okay? When the real Indians took over. But how did they win again? It comes down to this immigration. So once they got the land, everything started going good. These niggas created the Ku Klux Klan. Let's start terrorizing these niggas because the shit can't go good around Cherokees. You can't just breathe around no Cherokees. You can't just have a good fucking weekend at the park around Cherokees. Nope. They start the Ku Klux Klan. You got a party called the Republican Democratic Party. You know, the Party of Lincoln. All the niggas is fucking with the Party of Lincoln. So what they do with the Republican Democrat Party, they go and split the party in half and just take the Democrats. Like what? It was all one party. But these niggas say, okay, the niggas is over here. We're gonna take this shit. We're gonna fuck it up. So they took the Republican Democrats and made it just the Democrats. Then the Democrats is the party of the Ku Klux Klan. Why is that? Well, because the Ku Klux Klan is Cherokees. It would be sad to see motherfuckers without their hoods on and these motherfuckers looking like mulattoes and shit. These knights of the golden circle and shit. This is a terrorism game. This is a game to get us off our land. It's the same shit. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. If y'all any questions, y'all can ask me. We're gonna cool down for a couple minutes, kick it for like 10 minutes. We got some time. But that's it, bro. It's a game to kick us off our land. And it's the Cherokees that's heading it. These Cherokees. You know? I might have to watch this shit again to really understand the nuances and shit and catch everything. But it's the timeline. Everything in history from the motherfucking 1700s of some fuck shit can be traced back to these damn Cherokees. Know it. It's time to get our land back. It's time to take back of our motherfucking country. We can be happy-go-lucky, but we have to understand there's some motherfuckers that have a gripe. There's some niggas that got a bone to pick, and no matter what we do for these niggas, they're going to be upset. No matter how nice we are to these niggas, they're not going to be nice to us. They got other motives. They got other friends. Like we don't know who these niggas is friends with. We don't know all of these relationships these niggas is in. Everybody not gonna do all, like I said, like this rabbit hole with these Cherokees is so deep. You're not supposed to know this. We don't know that Bill Clinton is a Cherokee. We don't know that we got Indians as presidents. Presidents that say that my grandma is a quarter Indian. A quarter Indian is a motherfucker whose mama is an Indian, right? Is a half Indian. So if your mom, as I say, a half breed, if your mama is an Indian, you're a fucking Indian. So these niggas got Indian fucking family ties. I ain't even talk about his family, like Bill Clinton's. Like Arkansas is the biggest state for gambling before Las Vegas. You know, Arkansas had had the most gambling and the most bootlegging going on. That's what that like the prohibition and shit was so Arkansas could get control of the motherfucking of the. I know it's crazy, but you have to understand like gambling is some Indian shit. Shooting dice, that shit come from New Orleans. That's some Natchez shit. Like people making up fucking names and shit. But when you go to New Orleans, all the streets around that motherfucker say Natchez. Everything in New Orleans says Natchez. Natchez, my nigga. It don't say Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, Chapalooty, Tap, what is it, Chapatula, none of that dumb shit. It says Natchez. Everywhere in New Orleans, it says Natchez. Everywhere in Louisiana, it says Natchez. You're gonna see that if y'all get to go down there. You're gonna notice it. It's not big, it's in the hidden spots, but you're gonna see enough of it to understand that this is Natchez country. Okay, so all of that gambling, all the shit is this is Indian shit. These motherfuckers don't have gambling in Britain and all that shit. They might got Monte Carlo, but that's not them. That's some fucking Knights Templar Jesuit shit, right? Who all the Cherokee casinos, right? Cherokees got all the casinos, the gambling shits, and they try to open up casinos in Georgias and all these places, right? So they could get more money from niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's their thing here. They think it's just to steal from niggas, to take all of our shit, and to bring like I said, like The worst thing around this motherfucker is democratic rule, is the populist rule, because we can have a bunch of popular foreigners. Like they learned that shit from that Kansas City, Missouri shit. Anybody can vote around this bitch. It's just sad to say it. We don't know who the fuck vote. They make a big deal out of us voting. But these motherfuckers get off the boat and vote. Change the whole fucking demographic. Change the whole fucking world. This nigga been here for 7 years. 7 fucking years. And now he come in to add to the fuck shit. With what his sponsors is telling him. Understand, we not in the business of sponsoring motherfuckers. We don't, how many niggas you know got foreign exchange students and shit staying at their house while they going to college and shit. Niggas ain't sponsoring motherfucking kids and shit. Ain't sponsoring foreigners and shit. Asian, African, or nothing. But these crackers is, because that's their mind fuck. They got a plan. These niggas come here to steal our shit. And they was sponsored by these fucking Cherokees. Like for real, like how the fuck, like who Bill Clinton people? How they get there? How did the nigga get there to marry his grandmom that was a quarter Indian? How did they get there? See what I'm saying? And see, like, and again, that's strategic how these niggas is talking. My grandmom was a quarter Indian. What? It's strategic and shit. Motherfuckers can start and stop a motherfucking lineage wherever they want to. My grandmom was, and it was a quarter Indian. That's where he stopped it at. He stopped it there at the infiltration, at the at where the business begins. Now we here to fuck your shit up, because he could have easily said, "Yeah, my great grandmother was an Indian." If his grandmother was a quarter, then that means her grandmother was a full blood. He could have went that far back. He could have kept it as funky as it needed to be, as funky as y'all should be keeping it. My grandmom was a quarter. Her mother was a full blood. He could have just said, my great grandma was a full blooded Indian. Hello. But no. I'm with the fuck shit, y'all. My granddad jumped in the family and shit. My granddad was adopted and came here, and now we taking over. We not even thinking about no Indians now. We just use these motherfuckers for Thanksgiving. We just use these motherfuckers for a talking point. We just use being an Indian, like in the article, that was a Wall Street Journal article, by the way. And like, he could apply for an Indian in one of the 255 tribes. But you can't, because you don't want to. You got more Indian in you than this nigga who got a quarter piece. You know what I mean? From a great grand. Like my nigga, like the nigga Sabir and shit. Sabir, the Moor, right? We all know Sabir, the Moor and shit. He admitted to me on his show that he buried his dad. It said Choctaw on the, Indian on the motherfucking death certificate. But he's the fucking Moor. He know what he put on the motherfucking death certificate. But he's living his life the way he wants to live his motherfucker. And that's what these niggas is teaching us, how to say fuck what we know. Bill Clinton is more Indian than Sabir. You dig what I'm saying? Bill Clinton will tell you that he had a grandma that got a quarter. This nigga got a dad that was a full blood. By the record. And won't even mention it. He's going to promote some niggas in Spain and in North Africa. Because that's where the bag at. That's where the money at. Ain't no money in being a fucking Indian and shit. Except unless you're going to be a Mason or a Cherokee agent. Part of the red hand. You know? These niggas is playing a game with us. They can be a part of a tribe, a part of a motherfucking organization with one drop of Indian blood. And y'all niggas are the owners, the fucking heirs of the fucking land, and y'all don't want to be. Y'all want to be Moors. Y'all want to be motherfucking Africans. Even my man, I'm saying my man, I know him, right? My bad. I watch him every day. Shout out to Harka. He said, yo, he said to me, I got a Moorish, I got an indigenous name, right? Toronto is indigenous, right? And he was smiling. Because he knows that somebody in his family got a fucking brain. He knows that somebody in his family is in the know. Somebody in his family seen that this nigga need to be hit. He got to get the brand of the real as he moves forward. Let him carry the brand of the real, but he out here carrying his fuck shit. He gonna be the more we gonna remember instead of the nigga they wanted him to be. I'm not dissing him because I like him. I said he's my man. I like his shit. I love what he's doing. You know what I mean? He inspiration to me. I know I inspire him. I know he ain't gonna say I do, but goddamn, my nigga, goddamn. This nigga, I know I'm inspiring him and shit. I see it every day, but damn, he's going at it. That's how you're supposed to live out here. I ain't mad at you. But a nigga wanted that warrior brand to be on a Toronto, my nigga. They wanted that warrior brand to be on a fucking Indian. Not no fucking African Taharka. Not no nigga with no motherfucking Q-tip on his motherfucking hat. Like, and that's a real nigga. He out here doing the work and making niggas think that, hey, I guess I gotta be a Moor to do the work. And they like, nah, this nigga, he Toronto. This nigga Indian, he true and true. Got a bunch of Indians in his family that knew enough to name him an Indian and shit. It's not his fault. They named him Toronto. You know what I mean? They gave him an Indian name. They know better than this shit. Nobody no fucking Moor. Nobody from fucking Africa and shit. But the white man. But the white boy. I put that Moorish shit to bed. I really did. And I could have crushed it. I could have ran him into the ground and shit. But all the Moors are white folks. A Moor is a mixed breed, is a Moor man. But the point is, these motherfuckers that claim an Indian without proof, without fucking Indian names, without Indians in their family prevalent. He got an eighth of a grandmama and shit. And he'll tell you that before a nigga with a fez on to tell you that his dad had Indian on his death certificate. And we want to be treated fairly. We want to be treated like we fucking got some fucking sense and shit. We can't. We can't. Niggas is insane. Niggas is insane and shit. Niggas don't love themselves and shit. That's why I'm like, yo, fuck it. Like, nigga, okay, cool. I appreciate that my name is David. And I guess that has some significant meaning to Christians and whatever like that. I'm not a Christian. I'm saying my name is David because that's what this motherfuckers call me and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what my name is. I'm not trying to pretend or alleviate something that has already been decided. You know what I'm saying? Like we passed that shit, nigga. My name does not fucking equate to anything other than the label of a human and shit, right? A label of a motherfucking of a subpar god, right? So I don't trip off of it. That's not me, but it is me. It's what they call me. It's what the humans call me. Fuck it. I'm a human at times. Fuck it. It's David. It's not a big deal. I don't have to be Babalu or some foreign shit. Or it's like we speak English. Like some lady left in the comment and shit. You're really like, this is this paradigm of you're making people ashamed of being from Africa. You got people thinking that English is an American language and shit. Like, this is absurd. Like, I don't have people thinking nothing. All I ever did out here was bring out the information that people are hiding from us. Okay? That's it. Right? People don't want to admit the fact that English and the things that we do are are second nature to us. It's all our culture and shit. You know, like I don't like I said, we don't have to recreate a culture. We just have to accept the shit. Like fuck it. Be be David. Accept the shit. Live in that. And that is your culture. It's not about, you know what I mean? Because again, we're gonna try to like they're gonna tell us which, like I said, if a motherfucker tell you what's European culture, you wouldn't even know it. One, European culture is not wearing clothes. You have to understand that. If you're European, you don't wear clothes. If you're a European, you probably live in a cave and you probably live with animals. That's European culture. You probably, you know what I mean? Like you don't bathe. So I mean, that's European culture. Dirt and filth, syphilis, herpes, gonorrhea. That's European culture. Okay, like I'm trying to, y'all have to help me understand. You know, like again, like I said, like when I say you don't wear clothes, it's because you don't have cotton. You know, like these niggas used to wear skins. You know how hard it is to wear skins every day. And that's what these niggas they wear skins and hides. Okay, so what's European culture? That's what I have to ask you guys. They don't wear shoes. They don't have moccasins. Like we don't. Y'all don't understand that there is no European culture. We are in our culture. Everything we do, it was natural. It's a natural fucking situation. We do shit that makes sense. These motherfuckers have no sense. They have no. That's what I'm saying. Like they have no culture. Their culture is here. Everything they get from here. They get ice cubes from America. Like shit. This American shit. These niggas putting ice chips and and juice. Like you know, like a motherfucker don't have juice. Africans don't have juice, my nigga. Like let's think about it. What kind of juice are you drinking? Like nigga 50 Cent said 50 Cent made the deal with vitamin water. He said it was easy because he said y'all trying to get reach black people, but y'all ain't got grape. Like where is the grape? Like y'all don't got no juice. Niggas like juice, grape juice, orange juice, strawberry, banana juice. Like so, yeah, man. It's just different, man. Like we at this, like I say, we gotta just pay more attention. That's it. These niggas are using our shit against us. They are killing us with the money we are giving them. These niggas are being subsidized with taxpayer money to push drugs, to push education on motherfuckers. Like we don't know who makes these books that come into our schools. Whose books are these and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like who prints these books? Who published these books? Why are they agreed to be on? And why can a motherfucker from Kansas determine what a nigga in Mississippi gets to read and learn? We don't think like that. We don't think that this nigga Brown ain't a brother. This nigga Brown is a fuck nigga. This nigga Brown is a mason, is a motherfucking, is a preacher, teaching us that we Jews on the low. Like that's being a Jew is being a fucking refuge. Everybody wants you to be something that you're not. You're not a homeless nigga. You are in America. This is your home, okay? But y'all gotta let this shit sink in. I know this shit is probably hard to like really get and engage and shit, but this shit gets weird. This shit gets weird, man. These people are weird and they do weird shit for the fuck of it. You know what I'm saying? These niggas do weird shit for the fuck of it. So yeah, man, we are at war, bro. But it ain't no war overseas. It's a war from niggas that we already defeated. It's a war from some niggas that we already smacked around. And they kids is proud to be their kids. They proud to be descendants of traitors and, and murderers and land thieves and shit. It ain't no motherfucking white boys we worried about, bro. I'm not worried about no white boys. I tell y'all that a million times and shit. It's these fake Indians that's stealing all the land and shit, taking all the resources, selling all the fucking drugs in the country. Biggest drug dealer in the world was Bill Clinton. I have to know this shit. You know, like I said, like niggas want to be out here arguing with broke niggas and shit. That like for me, I just don't give a fuck about no broke ass niggas, no begging ass niggas that's here to distract us from the true motherfucking problem. The true problem is some fuck niggas out in Arkansas sitting on a motherfucking reservation and shit, coming up with morals and dogmas. Like, are we gonna know who the next Albert Pike is? Like, I gotta understand, like, what if Bill Clinton goes down in history as Albert Pike? Like, again, Albert Pike is out here with Cherokees writing morals and dogma, coming up with all this Masonic devilish shit to fuck over niggas on the reservation with some Cherokees. Bill Clinton is a cocaine cowboy selling drugs all over the fucking country as the fucking governor, stealing land in Whitewater, fucking all types of fucking smutty ass interns and police detect, like he's fucking the detectives' wives and the sheriff's wives and the fucking the deputies that's supposed to be his security. He's fucking their wives and shit. Like Bill Clinton is a mind control piece of shit. Like he's easily mind controlled. Easily mind controlled. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm asking not to hit my car, please though. I'm asking not to hit my car. I'm saying just make sure I don't hit my car, please. Thank you. Yeah, he's a mind control piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we gotta know that and understand that shit. And I'm telling you that that's what they did. They brought a bunch of Germans over here to be mind controlled, to raise a nigga up as a president. Like Bill Clinton is a CIA agent from his young child age. Like this nigga went to motherfucking he went to Russia. Like nobody know that Clinton was in Russia, staying at fancy hotels and living it up. Like he's supposed to be in college and shit. He's supposed to be in college on a scholarship, right? On a Rhodes scholarship. You all know who Cecil Rhodes is and what they did to Africa and Rhodesia. How Rhodesia was doing nothing but colonizing and killing fucking Africans, right? Cutting off hands, all this old wild shit that they say that the Rhodes did, the Rhodes Scholar, Rhodesia, all this old dumb shit. He's a Rhodes Scholar. They're training him to do the same shit, colonization and shit. He's a Rhodes Scholar, and he learned what Rhodes did immensely. He working with the CIA, like all this Ukraine shit. This started with Russia. I mean, with Clinton and Boris Yeltsin broke up the whole shit. Yeah, Gorbachev ended this shit, but it was still one big Soviet fucking union. That nigga Boris Yeltsin broke the shit up. Him and Bill Clinton, they signed that shit and they created a place called Ukraine, all this old dumb shit. And now we got Ukraine problems to this day. But it ain't no problems to them. It's a fake war. It's fake shit from people that they put in place that Biden been working with because Biden is his folks and all this shit. The same people been working with the same people all the time. These niggas over here fucking with Ukraine. You got the Bushes over here fucking with Saudi Arabia and this oil shit. All this shit is the same fucking web of dumb shit. Of niggas that come that's trying to come back to America to steal land. Like none of that, like If y'all, I be telling y'all this the Truman Show. Like nothing else matters anywhere else in the world. This is the land of milk and honey. If you could tell me where they got peaches, apples, oranges, you know what I mean, just grown in their front lawn, I will tell you that's the land of milk and honey. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me where niggas is walking a mile to a river in any direction. If you gotta walk more than a mile in any direction to find a river, I don't know where the fuck you live. It ain't America. That's for sure. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? So that's for sure. Yeah, we not worried about these niggas. That's all. You know, whoever the government is today, that don't mean that government's gonna beat them tomorrow. We are the government, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gotta dig. That's what we gotta start to understand. We are the people. They took this whole shit. They took our whole fucking concept of community, our whole concept of we the people and shit. And these niggas they used it against us. I challenge anybody to tell me where I lied at in this motherfucking where I even made a mistake at. Because a lie is intentional. A mistake is a mistake. You know, I could misspoke. I could have had a date wrong. I could have had a location wrong. So I challenge you to that. You know what I'm saying? And if you that, I give you $1,000. If I made a mistake in this, I give you $1,000. It ain't about nothing. Y'all know I got it. Y'all should know I got it. Y'all don't know I got it. Y'all know I keep it. I don't think have I ever did a live and not had 1,000 on me? At least 1,000 on me. That's it. That's 1,000 right there. So I still have some change for myself. If I said something wrong, I made a mistake. I lied on any of these fuck ass Cherokees. There you go. It's for you. But in the meantime, I'm gonna just put it back in my pocket. Yeah, it is. Cause I know I ain't lying to you yet. We ain't gonna start that. We ain't gonna start that. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So yes, I don't look at that shit like it's a negative. That's the to me, it's a big deal. Okay, cool. It's the FBI, CIA. That's about two or three. Let's see. It's about the last six presidents, all fucked up, all really, really fucked up with this shit. The last six presidents, they've been really running shit. You know what I mean? But I don't feel worried about this shit. I'm still happy go lucky. Y'all see me. I still live my life happy go lucky. I know what's going on. But once everybody know what the fuck is going on, because again, they're still trying. Like niggas, like they didn't kill us with the drugs and shit. They tried. They tried to kill us and shit, but it didn't work. It didn't work. A lot of that shit don't be working, man. They be trying, but we gotta just be up on it, and we gotta be vigilant. And again, like I say, like some of this shit, man, you know, it's hard to be God and be upset. I have to understand that, like you know, and they know that they feed off of that shit. They know that. Like again, they know that enough to be in Arkansas. Like they know that we don't trip too hard. Like we kill everybody that has something to do with it. You know what I mean? But then after that, we ain't gonna be tripping. Like you fuck around and like niggas is cool. Like we feel like niggas learned their lesson. That's how we would take it normally. That's what we're assuming has happened, but that's not the case. These niggas didn't learn their lesson. Like I said, like even with the Civil War and shit, if I showed y'all all the motherfucking enemies that was doing all the killer shit, the most gangster shit, Cherokee. I mean, not gangster shit. The most dumbest and stupidest shit during the war would be these Choctaws, generals and shit. These motherfuckers that they gonna call um I don't know what they call these niggas. They might say that they the sons of Chickamauga type of shit. Cause I didn't get into Chickamauga. I already did a whole show on Chickamauga and shit. Chickamauga are fucking Cherokees that are supposed to be the sons of Cherokees that didn't like what the Cherokees was doing, so they went and formed their own branch and still connected with the government. But then when they connect with the government, they go work with the U.S. government and they working with the Spanish government. So they killing motherfucking Plains Indians, and that's what I did. I said they the yeah. Well, they some of the niggas that was going over there fucking with the Plains Indians and shit. Like there ain't no such thing as fucking Cherokees, dog. I'm trying to tell you, like you have to understand this shit. A motherfucker will be a Cherokee, then he'll see a Chickamauga. Then the Chickamauga will marry into all these motherfucking Choctaws, and then now they doing all this whole fuck shit as Choctaws. But they not Choctaws. The Choctaws don't really be on no shit. Like they really like they let the motherfuckers erase them out of history. Not to say that they had a lot to bring to the shit. They was just they Indians. They was peaceful Indians and shit. You know what I mean? And they got infiltrated by what would be Chickamaugas or they not Chickamaugas. They're nothing like they Cherokees. Again, I hate these niggas. Y'all gotta understand. I hate these niggas. It is what it is. I hate these niggas, man. All they do is just fuck over niggas chilling. Like niggas is chilling. Niggas just getting money, chilling, minding they fucking business. There they come. Anywhere niggas is chilling, you gonna see some fucking Cherokees starting trouble. Like imagine if all the trouble that came from niggas was Cherokee. Like just imagine if every time a nigga was shooting at a party, it was Cherokee nigga shooting. You know what I mean? Cause he's scary. He can't fight. You know he can't fight. So he just grabbed the gun and just started shooting. That's why I'm man. Listen, I don't be saying I don't listen, some of these niggas might need to die. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying all these niggas don't need to die. I don't be telling niggas to stop killing niggas. There is to be stop killing each other. I never said that because I was out here. I was out here in the streets, and I know some of these motherfuckers. They need to get out the way. Real. They not fair. They not playing fair. And bye bye. So I get it. And to me it's the same motherfucking it's the same breed of niggas, bro. It's the same breed of niggas and shit. Same breed of fuck niggas, whole niggas and shit. Infiltrators. Niggas ain't gonna fight you. Niggas will shoot up the party though. You know what I mean? Even like the name Compton. Y'all heard of Compton? All the drug shit come from not the gang shit. It's Compton, right? Even though it started in LA, but Compton made it famous. The name Compton is named after a fucking Cherokee, a white Cherokee from Arkansas. Compton is one of these infiltrating ass names. Like we don't understand that Cherokees is big in Los Angeles. They big in the music industry. You know what I mean? Like because we don't think that because the white boys ain't telling us they Cherokees and shit. Like they only Cherokees when it's time to get the government reparation, when it's time to sign the motherfucking the dolls list type shit. You know? they Catholics. You know what I mean? They Jesuits. Like Bill Clinton is a Jesuit. He went to fucking Georgetown University. Georgetown University is a Jesuit university. Okay. He got a degree to go to Oxford University, a Rhodes Scholarship. Cecil Rhodes, the killer, Rhodesia. They named a whole piece of stolen land after this killing ass nigga. And that's Bill Clinton's type of shit. And what they taught at Georgetown, he learned from Professor Carol Quigley in Georgetown that we don't need to have two political parties anymore. The two political parties need to mirror each other. They need to just only argue over the details, but the goals and objectives need to be the same. That's some Jesuit shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're not telling you what the goals is and objectives. You know what I mean? They just telling you that they need to be the same. And that's what we getting now. We getting Republicans leaving office and the Democrats keep all their motherfucking people. Like when George Bush left, Obama kept all his people and shit. It's the same shit. That's the same shit. Like, I gotta understand. Obama is an African. Bill Clinton is an Indian. Whoever thought that? You know what I mean? Obama is a real live African. And that ain't got nothing to do with us. Bill Clinton is an Indian. And that's all us. Like, that's the trick these niggas is playing. That's the game these motherfuckers play. Like, people always talk about COINTELPRO. That's just nigga shit. That's just nigga shit. We gotta go past that shit. They got way deeper shit than that. They got this shit called Operation Chaos. Operation Chaos was real. It was bigger. Like, that's not with niggas. That's with everybody. That's what, you know, where they go into these schools and they create this dissidence and shit. Like, again, like, you have to create the police. I tell you about firefighters and shit. They always get a fire chief get arrested for starting fires and shit. They say he like fires. I say no, he like his job. He get paid to put out fires and shit. Somebody gotta start them. If it ain't none, we gonna start some. If it ain't no sick people, we gonna make some. You see? This shit is deep, y'all. Shit is deep, y'all. Shit is deep. Like, niggas is Indians and niggas could be happy. Niggas, all they want to do is be happy and shit. But it's some motherfuckers that want your land. It's some motherfuckers that want to be you. And I get it. Everybody don't know what that feel like. Everybody don't experience that shit. But that's where we at now. We the most imitated, most copied motherfuckers in the world. If we could get over the fact that we want some money, we could have all the money in the fucking world. Like, it's like you can't chase some shit. Like I'm telling y'all, like, if you can't chase some shit, you have to make these motherfuckers chase you. These niggas, they don't kill us with motherfucking with guns and shit. They don't. They never have. That's not their style. They like to they leapers and they creepers. They like to sneak thief. Like like it's funny and shit. Like the one nigga was talking about the crypto shit. He stopped talking Indian shit, stopped talking crypto. As soon as the crypto shit crashed and shit, now he back to talking Indian shit. You know what I mean? Like, they gonna find some niggas. They got enough fuck shit to find you, no matter where you at. Come on, nigga. Put your money in this. Get excited about this. Get excited about it. Oh, you don't like stocks, nigga? Okay, cool. Here goes some crypto. You don't like crypto, nigga? Here go Bitcoin. You don't like Bitcoin, nigga? Here go NFTs. Like they're gonna keep fucking going and going and going until they get you out your fucking pockets. They don't care. And they'll keep going until okay, cool. Now, this nigga, the Indian nigga got caught up on a Bitcoin, whatever that shit is. They just crashed. Shit ain't worth nothing. This shit, right? So now, how many people that thought he was credible, thought he was, you know what I mean, influential, followed him into the Bitcoin world, left the Indian shit, or even kept a foot in Indian shit, but spent some money with this sinking ass shit. Like that's how they get you. They not getting you with motherfucking um with guns. No, niggas is having a party and they putting drugs on the motherfucking table and shit. Yeah, nigga, take this. Nigga, this shit's gonna make you lovely. Now everybody trying to get high, trying to figure out where we get this shit from, and only certain niggas that got this shit, they all Cherokees. And we don't know it. They look black to us. Nigga look like Ishmael a lot to us. Cool girl looking like Phoenix Moon to us. But she know her granddaddy is this Cherokee nigga that they done killed. And if she be like, if they knew who I really was, not to say that this is true, I'm just to say this is how you program a motherfucker. If they know who you really was, they know who your family really was, they gonna hate you. You know what I mean? Cause you from the line of motherfuckers that try to steal our land and shit. So they breeze these niggas up and they still playing these same games. But they push these Ishmael Allah niggas out. They push these Phoenix Moon niggas out. Got these niggas on the internet playing motherfucking internet games and shit. But they raising up these fucking hybrid Bill Clintons and shit to be president. You know what I'm saying? They taking straight programs and making them presidents. And my grandma was a quarter in there. We don't need no more y'all half breeds and shit. Cause there was another Clinton before, was another Obama before was Obama. Like y'all don't understand this shit. Y'all don't be understanding this shit, man. But I need y'all to understand this shit. I need this shit to be out here. The truth of the shit. Cause they're gonna do their propaganda. They're gonna, talk about why they still, you know, who they are and all this shit. Come out here and do some PR and some shit. These niggas are the enemy, dog. They are mad as fuck. You got a bunch of mad, pissed off fucking wannabes and shit. Wearing dead people's clothes. I'm never gonna let them live it down. Fuck out of here. And again, I'm a real Indian. This is medicine man time. Don't worry. This is how you heal your mind. It's how you free your soul. Cause we home. We happy go lucky. We are here. We are doing the best that we can do. And we want other people to be happy. But that's not everybody's intentions and shit. I tell you, some motherfuckers they not having fun until they fucking with you. Some people not having fun unless it's at your expense and shit. And that's these Cherokees. They want your land. They want to make money off of you. All this shit could be free, but it don't seem right to them. Free ain't right to them because they into control. Like again, like the total opposite of what y'all looking for is what they offering. They offering like that's what I'm trying to say. Like a motherfucker giving us money and giving us all of this shit that they're giving us free stuff is a nigga that's in control of you. You get into a lifestyle, you start to be this lifestyle becomes you. You start to, you can't imagine anything else but your lifestyle or some shit like that, right? So a motherfucker can control you based upon that. Motherfucker, he can't fall off. Come here and fuck this cow and shit. You know what I mean? Come here and have sex with this wrestling team type of shit. Because you can't be poor and shit. You can't fall off. You can't have motherfuckers looking at you like you lost it. because they done gave it to you and shit. And that's the half breed mentality. A motherfucker that a nigga gave you some shit, and then they say, well, this is what you gotta do to maintain the shit. You gotta sell out all of these niggas that you think is your friends. They're not your friends. We are here to steal their land, and they know it. They love it. Like I said, like Bill Clinton, that Monica Lewinsky shit, that's not his first rodeo. He been having sex scandals since he was the governor. Like some motherfuckers just that's what they do. It's not he. That's not his wife. She got her own sex scandals. She fucking bodyguards and all types of motherfuckers when she want to bust a nut. You know what I mean? Like this shit is motherfucking. It's a science. It's a war on on y'all niggas' mind, on our minds and shit. Cause they want to take our land. They want to control us and shit. You know what I mean? It would love to bring in a bunch of motherfuckers that they control. That's what I'm saying about like how it changed. Like what changed is the service. They are killing us with service, with convenience. Only like how did the Chinese people take over? How did China take over America? Because they working in all the stores. They're offering the services. They're the one that are providing the convenience to niggas, and niggas don't care as long as it works, as long as it's convenient. So we don't care if it's Chinese people. We don't care if it's Asians and not Asians. What is it? Europeans, Africans. We don't care as long as it's convenient. So we didn't notice the takeover. We just go to the seafood spots and get all these new Asian seafood spots, and we just go get it. Just get all the seafood. Fuck it. You know, all the Asians got all the breakfast spots and shit. We just like breakfast. I like breakfast. I don't give a fuck. So this shit is deep. And again, like that's why you gotta be careful when niggas say don't vote. I'm not gonna say to vote, but I'm not gonna tell you not to vote. First of all, I wouldn't tell you not to bring your gun. And if I told you not, and if you didn't bring your gun, I wouldn't ask you to tell people that you didn't bring your gun. Yo, that's your gun. That's your business. If people start knowing you don't got your gun, you might be on the plate. Okay, you might be a menu. It's sweet because you don't have any recourse. You can't fight us back on the level that we're fighting on. And in America, all these motherfuckers have to do is vote. Y'all don't understand this shit. We are that simplistic of a people and shit. We like cool. These motherfuckers they can breathe, they can walk, they can vote. It's not that big of a deal. We sit around a campfire, everybody say what the fuck they got to say, you take a vote. Most times we could usually look a motherfucker in the eye and shit. Everybody is in a circle, every vote is equal and shit, right? Of course you got like certain people that if the vote is like a tie, then you go and you get like the priests and they can they break the ties. But that simple system of everybody get a vote is America. But we didn't realize that these motherfuckers went and got motherfuckers from out the caves and shit. Troglodytes, caveman. Like that's what they did. It's that simple. Like I told you, all these niggas got space fillers and shit. And we wanna hate these motherfuckers that love us to death. Like you don't find white people talking like white people anymore. I find only people I see talking like white people are black people. Like, oh my gosh, Becky, like, oh really? Oh cool. Like, I seen a black girl. She was like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, like, talking to like an Asian girl or some shit, and the Asian girl was sounding black, real talk. And she was like, but and I was like, and I was like, and then she was like, I was like, okay, like, I was like, okay, like, white people don't talk like that. White people was black as fuck. White people are fully integrated into the system. White people don't walk around listening to country music and into cities in America, right? Maybe in the South, but they listen to hip hop. They listen to pop music, to nigga shit. So they have been fully integrated into this motherfucking shit. We have to understand that shit. Like I'm trying to tell you, like right now we feeling like foreigners. We feeling like we from Africa. These Cherokees that sold us a dream that we from Africa and shit. So we can't be comfortable. We can't feel like we run this shit. It's hard to run somebody else shit. I get it. It's hard to put your feet up and take your shoes off and somebody else shit. I get it. But once we realize this is our shit, we can take our shoes off. We can fucking do as we please. But you wouldn't, like I say, some of these niggas still got dirty mentalities. Some of these niggas is project babies, you know? And somebody and they teaching project mentality. Like I'm on the phone with a nigga and shit. Same nigga. I'm gonna do a lot of shows from this conversation with this nigga. This shit was weird. I'm like, this nigga was trolling me, but this nigga might have been serious. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. But the nigga, it's I don't remember the nigga name. Anyway, one of the niggas from in this joint, right? So anyway, he was like, yo, when I was young, I used to rap about killing people and shit, right? Killing niggas and da 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 da, But I wasn't really doing that shit. So he telling me, I'm like, you know what? Like he said, he didn't like Lil Wayne. He liked it. The niggas from like Queensbridge, like like Mob Deep, like Nas, like the gangster niggas, the project niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it just got me to thinking. I'm like, the project niggas, like that's crazy. Like I never thought about it like that. But in the hood, niggas don't respect the projects. God damn. Yo, this girl ass is so fucking crazy. I'm sorry. Her ass is coming. Hold on. I want to show you this. Forgive me. Forgive me. I can't do it. Ah, that shit is bulging up. Damn, forgive me. But it was crazy. I couldn't do it. I wasn't right. Sorry. But I forgot what I was talking about. That's what I'm laughing. Like, damn, dude. But yeah, the project mentality has been promoted around the fucking world like it's a style and shit. Like Queensbridge get the money, but and we in the hood, we don't respect niggas from the projects. Nobody's scared of niggas from the projects. You don't want to go over there by yourself because they roll deep. They do deep shit. It's a lot of them. You don't think of a nigga from the projects. You think of a gang of niggas from the projects. That's never been some shit that was like we was afraid of. Cause it ain't nobody. It's 13th Street Projects. It's Wilson Park Projects. You got projects like so. It's like that's not a mentality. And niggas in the city don't want to live in the projects. Like it's niggas that live across the street from the projects. They don't want to live in the projects. So it's like when did this mentality become a standard? Like a motherfucker in the projects is not the nigga in the city that the nigga in the city want to be. Like again, it's like I said, I'm not dissing it. I'm telling you, niggas in the projects are take advantage of the system, right? Like I'll never talk down on a motherfucker that's getting free shit, especially if you're using the shit to do what you need to do or what you want to do. Pardon me, right? Do what you want, right? So I never to be shitting on the projects, but the mentality is not the mentality of the niggas in the city. That's not black people's mentality. That's not the regular Indian in America mentality. It's not a project nigga mentality. But they promote that like that's the niggas mentality. And I never peeped that. That's what niggas like these and we because again in the city, if we catch the niggas outside the projects, we might whop them up. Especially if it's one of them niggas that be in a gang doing dumb project shit, we gonna mop them up. Like, and when you get older, it ain't no projects like for real niggas that niggas are scared of. That's like kid shit. They might break in your car. These niggas might I guess you might get robbed in the projects. I don't know. My man lived in a project too. I just spent the night at his house, and the motherfucking mice going through the trash bags at night made sure I would not be up in that motherfucker again. Not the killers on the corner, not the gangsters that are pissed in the stairway, the mice. Okay? So the project mentality is not some shit that niggas should be putting on CDs and putting on posters, selling as the nigga in America, because that's not the nigga in America. But that is who they're going to promote because he is the nigga that has the most up for the shit. He's up the fuck around. Like again, if your mom is on crack, your mom is on drugs, your mom on drugs, your dad's on drugs, or your mom is on drugs, your dad a drug dealer, your dad smoked out, and your mom at work. You know what I mean? Like you don't really have you gonna get it. Like fuck it. Like I'm gonna get it. Nobody's here to help me. Nobody's here to say not to. I'm gonna get it. And we all know what it takes to get it in this fucking music industry and this fucking Hollywood. You gotta be willing to participate. You gotta be willing to play. You know what I'm saying? So again, like the certain type of motherfuckers, like what happens to foster kids when we grow up? What happens to kids that are adopted when they grow up? You know? What happens to retarded kids when they grow up? To kids with special needs and all the badass kids when they grow up? Like everybody don't go to jail. Like just because you're a foster kid don't mean you're gonna go to jail. Just because you adopted don't mean you're gonna go to jail and shit. It don't mean you'll be a CIA, don't mean you'll be FBI, don't mean you'll be a prostitute, don't mean you'll be a whore, don't mean you'll be a pimp, don't mean you'll be a gangster, but you might be out for self. You might understand the reality of independence and what you have to do for yourself, or you might be a dependent looking for someone, a place to belong to, looking for something to be a part of. Like people don't join the fucking army to kill black people. They join the army to help the government. They just don't know the government is being run by fucking Cherokees, being run by motherfuckers that want their land back inside of our country and shit. Like, why would you even call it a civil war and shit? Like, what? Like, it really wasn't. Like, for real, you have to understand that shit. It really wasn't. They putting little pieces of of niggas fucking over Arkansas together as a war on the whole country, but it wasn't. It was just anywhere a Cherokee was, we were smashing. You have to understand that part. Everywhere Cherokees was is where a war was. It was like I said, like it would be hard to say, like think about this shit though. You got French and Indian wars. You got all these such and such and Indians, this shit, right? Spanish and Indian war. Who the fuck are these Indians? Nobody names an Indian. Well, the French and Indian War wasn't against the French and Indians. The French weren't fighting Indians. It was the French and Indians fighting the British. So the French and the Indians was together. Okay, well, who were these Indians that was with the French? Nobody cares. Who were the Indians with the British? Nobody cares. Because I guess it seems like these motherfuckers won. But they didn't win. There was nothing to win. All they won was who's going to sell goods to niggas, who's going to run the fucking poppies. That's what they. I mean, if y'all could understand a motherfucker fighting over who gonna run a poppy store, y'all would laugh. That's what this whole shit's about. Who gonna run the general store? Who gonna run this? Like you hear motherfuckers say they would come and take and look at these motherfuckers at the revolutionary, where they would look at them fight. People would get dressed up to watch the battle and shit because it's some clown shit by soldiers, by people that were bought to die. No, you cannot fight in the army because these niggas were paid to die. They've been sold. They're Moroccan slaves. They're Moors. They're fucking soldiers. They've been sold. A slave is a motherfucking a skilled laborman and shit. You're not putting those skilled labormen to the sword, my nigga. You're not going to educate a motherfucker, train a nigga, apprenticeship a motherfucker, and then send him off to die. That's a waste of fucking talent. No, he can't even fight. You've been teaching this nigga how to fucking how to be a fucking a businessman or some shit, or run a house and farm. Fighting is something totally different. You gotta raise a nigga as a child to be a fighter and shit, as a soldier and shit. That's what these niggas was doing. They bought niggas from Morocco, bought motherfuckers to come fight. And that's what I'm saying. Like we don't understand. Like I said, who got these type of international relationships to even be letting motherfuckers come to buy niggas, to fight niggas, to send niggas to Africa, to send niggas like that's some traitor shit. Like niggas ain't international ass niggas like that. That's some Cherokee, half breed, Catholic, mulatto shit, man. This is crazy. My bad. I know I'm going off on one, but I need to get all this shit out so it can be done and dead, and my heart will be fucked, be free. So yeah, it was 3 hours a day. I keep saying that. I'm gonna let y'all go, but again, yeah, no, I want to leave it dead. You know what I'm saying? It's thinking. So shout out to the gods, peace to the goddesses, salute the resistance. I appreciate y'all. I definitely thank y'all for hanging out. Thank y'all for taking the time with me on this Fridays. You know, and we're gonna keep getting to the bottom of this. We're gonna get back in our rightful position as the homeowners, as the gods that we are. You know, I hate Cherokees, and we're gonna put them back in a proper proper place. You know, because y'all gonna get back in your place. We gonna get back in our place. We got carts for all of y'all. I keys. Peace to the gods.